going on, everybody? It's Rockman 3K3.
Serial God.
And you guys already know you're watching another great episode of the Nerd Plate. But today, we have a very special guest on board. These peeps, two very special peeps. That's right. These people have given a great breakdown and rundown of the Nier series. You've seen them talk about multiple things on their show. They are the one and only Pretentious Nerds, everyone. Let them in the room. Let's say hello to these people.
Yo,
What's going on?
What's up, fellas?
Up?
How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We are fantastic.
Awesome.
Well, less so last night.
Listen, before we get started, before we start exchanging debates, before we get into it, y'all introduce yourselves and tell people where they can find you on your channels. Go ahead.
Yo, I am Coco D, one of the founders of Pretentious Nerds. You can find us on Facebook under the Facebook group Pretentious Nerds, or you can hit up our website, pretentiousnerds.squarespace.com, or hit us up on our Twitter.
Why are you?
They're right next to me.
I remember to the Twitter.
I'm about to tell you.
We don't use the name.
No, this way.
I'm mad at that.
What's on Twitter?
At Pretentious Weed.
You can find us on Twitter at Pretentious Weed. We use that Twitter in a goddamn year.
Yeah, we're bad about it.
I'm so glad y'all argue like we argue.
You got no idea the stuff we cut out.
Oh, we do a lot of dumb.
Trust.
I can only imagine with Kyle, you, and then even Chris. Like it's just like, here we go. Here's an hour of editing. Let's just So.
Hey, at least we out of a car this time.
That's true.
We rather be recording about 3-hour shows, but an hour of it is just bullshit.
Banter.
We have to cut out.
So
one day we'll release the full cut of the Gremlins take. That was it's a 30-minute episode that actually took about 2 hours to record.
Oh yeah,
that's funny. All right, so today, and I'm going to act as moderator and let, of course, my co-host do most of the jousting. But today, we're here to talk about a thank you for putting me in the middle. We're here to talk about a very, very special anime that's near and dear to everyone's hearts. Not so much mine. I'm not.
yeah. It's over.
Woo!
Is that a forfeit?
Fucking it up.
We win by default. Easy.
No, he's a moderator. I don't understand.
What he's saying is he don't lose it. Oh, we out.
So apparently, StreamYard is huge Dragon Ball Z fan. So, you're not a fan?
Hey,
like, oh my god! Like,
smart people.
What the fuck? Anyway, as I was saying, I'm not as huge a fan as these gentlemen to my left and right, but we're here to discuss a very big subject today. Is Dragon Ball Z overrated? We're going to talk about the ups and downs of Goku, or the levels of sophistication of Goku to some of you.
Damn.
How hard
Bold statement.
And we're just gonna get into it first. Just something light first to what everybody's through.
We would like to open with the fact that we don't hate Dragon Ball. First of all, the Broly movie, top tier.
Watch it all the time.
Literally. The Tournament
I'm
of
glad
Power,
you clarified that, because he has been talking. He's like, man, they ready for you. They said they're gonna take you down. I was like, oh, they talking mad shit like that?
What's the talk mad shit? But we do enjoy Dragon Ball. We just also think Dragon Ball's shit.
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship.
Okay.
See, I wasn't saying
more hate.
Okay.
So
Did
we're
you
gonna
see the
get.
movie yet?
Yeah, that's what I was actually about to jump into. Before we jump into that, though, here's a question I want to ask both of you guys, because you guys are all huger Dragon Ball Z fans than I am. After seeing Dragon Ball Z, how do you feel about Dragon Ball? Do you think it was something that was needed for the entire series? Or is it an afterthought after seeing how different Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, we're not going to mention GT because any real fan knows GT doesn't exist for real.
Maybe he's a top tier villain, though.
GT had its moments.
I'm telling you, you watch it without the sound. Perfect show.
Y'all
as soon as they start talking,
listen, y'all keep convincing yourselves. Y'all know that shit was trash. But anyway, Anyway, just how do you guys feel about Dragon Ball
We talking
after
Baby
seeing
Goku?
Dragon Ball Z and Super?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
it's
Dragon
necessary.
Ball is great. Dragon Ball is like, honestly, I have no flaws with the OG Dragon Ball. In terms of iconic though, people don't know OG Dragon Ball like they do Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Z.
Yeah.
When it comes to Dragon Ball, the basis of the whole argument is the difference between it being a good anime and it being an iconic anime, which are two very different things in our opinion.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I think
It's without a doubt iconic. Without Dragon Ball, we wouldn't have
have Z.
shit that we love.
Facts. But
Dragon Ball Z is a little bit different though. Dragon Ball Z kind of broke anime in general into like the mainstream.
Facts.
So it's a little Dragon Ball Z, I'll say, is needed for us to be where we're at now.
Absolutely.
See, real. Tell me, okay, now see, real, like, because they've already said. Now, tell me how you feel about that in terms. Just,
I completely agree. Definitely not as iconic. I used to work with kids, so all my kids that were anime fans, all they knew was basically Dragon Ball, the tail end of Dragon Ball Z and Super. So when I would introduce them things like, oh, do y'all remember, this happened in original Dragon Ball? They're like, what is that? And no clue. But like I said, it's an origin story. It's a precursor. We need that. You remember when we were talking about Star Wars, like we need prequels for some of this stuff to make sense. But as far as being an icon, Z's got that knocked out of the park. But still necessary that we have Dragon Ball.
A good example is the fact that everyone knows Super Saiyan and Frieza. No one remembers the very first Kamehameha blast.
No.
Right.
No one remembers.
With Roshi.
Until now, no one remembered the Red Ribbon Army.
Yeah, exactly.
With the androids.
These are
No one
facts.
mentioned them.
Oh, man.
What was his name? Lao Pai?
Uh-huh.
The most badass motherfucker in anime? No one knows who he is.
Threw a tree and jumped on it.
No, nobody knows how gangsta Tao was.
Black Force energy from the fucking start.
God.
And just got... First of all, he wouldn't even be able to come close to like DBZ characters.
No, listen.
Him and Blue. Don't forget Blue. Yeah. Both of them. Tao died, came back as a cyborg. The first cyborg tried to kill Goku, and Blue was shooting at kids.
And then you know what else is sad? No one else knows that like most of the Z fighters were actually good in Dragon Ball, and Goku actually had a talent, or for some of them had a talent to actually fight.
He fought everybody.
There was one person that held down Cell by his fucking self, and that was Tien. Put some respect on his goddamn name.
Yeah.
You better.
Yeah.
He died, but can't nobody else say that he held Cell down.
Hey,
Well,
Tien's a goat. Like,
Tien is cool
Tien always shows up.
And remember, Tien in the tournament, in the very first tournament in Dragon Ball, Tien was the one that Master Roshi was like, "Yo, you for real." He was like, "Yo, like you could be the one, man. We need new heroes." And I was like, "Man, that's so sad," because that was it. That was like after that and Cell, you never really see anything about Tien again. You're just like, oh, because he was good.
He lived his life. That's all there is.
At least he did some shit, unlike Yamcha. He had the one cool move, the Wolfang Fist, baby.
Yamcha did hit people with the Wolfang Fist and thought it was God level. Never
he
saw
met
that
God and was like, oh.
No. And he had the Spirit Ball, remember? The Spirit Ball, which was
the trump card,
the trump card, and he just rolled it around people.
Yamcha is. I don't remember jack crap about him.
Yamcha had a whole name. No, he had a whole name out here because remember he was the desert bandit.
He was the bandit of the West.
Yeah, and he was terrorizing people apparently, and then fell in love with Bulma, and then became a baseball player, and then that was it. That was the apex of his life.
Was he a bandit or was he just homeless?
He was homeless, nigga. He was just hanging out in the desert.
He just lived in the desert with a cat in a cage.
Because the only
he robbed people.
Goku was his first opponent in forever when Goku and Bulma was out in the desert, and he was just fighting him. He's like, "Oh, y'all are cool. I'm gonna hang with y'all for a minute." I was just like, "All right, cool."
Yamcha got
so Master Roshi,
a hot android, and is known as the strongest human on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, he stood as
the strongest
against
human.
Goku.
Krillin is the strongest.
No, Krillin is the strongest human.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not by that. It's only because he got his potential unlocked by the Elder Namekian. That's the only reason that makes him stronger.
Okay, but so did Gohan.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, but Gohan has proved itself. Tien at least does feats. What feat has Krillin got?
No, wait, because we're gonna get into that real quick. But let's jump in to let me just sidetrack this real quick. Let me ask y'all this. All right. So before we get to Gohan's potential, because that's gonna be like the linchpin of this conversation, we're gonna put that right there. You know it. Okay, gotta ask, the new Dragon Ball Super movie that just came out. What were your first impressions? Now, Serial, I'm gonna let our guest go first.
Please.
Then I'm gonna let you counter. So, Pretentious Nerds, what do you think of Dragon Ball Super the movie?
Do you want to go first or me?
You go first.
All right.
He got the
man.
Look at the pain. Look at the anguish. Yes.
He about to talk about this movie like it's a bad baby mama.
In this movie's defense, between Fortnite, Black Frieza, and this movie, Dragon Ball has not been doing good things for Brandon.
No.
Like, it's just Coco has not been happy with Dragon Ball.
Oh,
he's very right.
Oh,
but let's focus on this movie in particular. I'm middle of the road on the animation. It kind of looks a little odd, which that's just a preferential thing. Mm-hmm. The movie itself feels like a movie that is making fun of Dragon Ball. Mm-hmm. And it's very different from doing like a satire of Dragon Ball and doing a movie that is literally poking fun at the entire series. That being said, a lot of those moments that should have been very powerful, spoiler, are we going into spoiler territory?
Yeah, you can go ahead because I'm not going to. You can say as much as you want. I guess for me, I don't because
by the time this comes out, the movie will have been out.
The movie.
So
let's
go ahead
and watch. Right. The moment that we're getting Gohan and Piccolo actually doing shit that in this little bubble matters, it all falls flat. Part of what made Cell he's my favorite villain in Dragon Ball Z. Like
new Cell, old Cell.
Yeah, actual Cell.
Oh, okay. Respect. That's mine too.
Like my favorite arc for Dragon Ball Z because it had a bunch of horror elements. I'm wearing an Alien shirt. They took things from Alien, and he's a cocky motherfucker.
True.
You take away for all that shit, and it's just a dude. Yeah, exactly. He televised the step to me moment.
My guy said, I want the whole world to see this ass what I'm about to give you. It's going to be glorious. It's too glorious. I have to share this with the rest of the world.
Man, finished making a ring and stood there for a week like
How you make your own ring, my God? Your own ring. And it was beautiful. He was like, I'm going to shine this up real nice. Okay, all right.
Exactly. Do you think when Vegeta starts talking shit to Bulma, she just plays that clip again? Oh, guaranteed.
Wow. Petty. Yes.
Remember this? Oh, okay.
So take out the trash. She doesn't do it.
No. Or just every time
I got Cell on the back burner, I go get him. I can make him again.
Or every time I talk shit, she just remind him, Goku still beat your ass though. And he'd be like, "Oh, you bitch."
Don't even get started on that.
That's not gonna make him do anything. That's gonna be like, I gotta go train some more, and he'll leave.
Because that's the same way. A 13-year-old got the job done.
Mm-hmm.
It's facts. We're going to get into that in a minute. But, okay, so that was you guys' impression. Now, Serial.
Well, I got one more thing.
Okay.
This is just a missed opportunity that I'll say, not to tie it to GT, but GT did well. What the fuck happened to Uzuru? We have a Kaiju-sized Cell, and we're not going to use that here?
It doesn't matter anymore. It's basically not canon.
Turn him into power when he's channeling that power. Broly, channeling that power.
Here's the thing.
I'm sleeping on it.
Gohan's never been like a Super Saiyan, this is going to be my, trump card thing. It's always been...
Gohan don't even like to fight.
The boy's got... Every time he's gone against Bojack... I always want to call him Cujo. Bojack with Garlic Jr., the boy is channeling his inner Uzuru.
Man.
But then they're just like, nah. I know those aren't canon, but still... They're always like, Gohan's got this monkey in him. And then they're just like,
literal.
Nah,
yeah, but it's been established that, part of the root of their power is
their
ape side.
True. And I get they don't want to do that for Vegeta and Goku, but that's always been, Gohan's thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's consistently used that form more than everybody else. So,
yep.
Let me just shit on this movie real quick. fucked up the Gotenks. We've been asking for Teenage Gotenks
Whoa,
for
whoa,
a
whoa,
decade.
whoa, hold on. What do you mean fucked up the Gotenks? Gotenks ain't never did shit anyway.
No, he never did shit, but you know you wanted to see a Teenage Gotenks.
And that Gotenks is cool.
This ain't his movie.
It's never
He gonna get a movie?
It's never been his time. This motherfucker had one job and got eaten.
You know.
The boo! Oh, not the boo saga.
You want to shine? You got to win a fight. That seems to be the logic. You want to shine? Win a fight.
Yeah,
Still ain't won a fight.
That's true.
It's 2022. Gotenks ain't won.
And they kind of over.
Anyway, first of all, I was saying to the entire movie, the entire time, like, why didn't they just wish Goku and Vegeta's ass back? And then they're like, oh yeah, we could have done that. Bitch, go make the Dragon Balls again.
No. You know what? I had that same thought, and I was like, Piccolo been hanging around these dumbass sayings too much. Because instead of critically thinking and let me solve my problem, let me convolute it some more.
But hands.
Also, I'm gonna join in your shit talking for a movie. Rockman, you don't know this. Bulma, guess what Bulma used her wish for? Because you know Shenron grants 3 wishes.
Oh no.
Can you guess? I bet you can't.
More money?
She wished for a BBL, my nigga.
What?
No,
stop.
It's even worse. Did you ever hear Shenron say, your buns have been perked or whatever?
Your buns have been... I swear to God. I put down my popcorn like...
Okay. Hot take. Is Bulma just the ultimate thought out here? Is that she just gets a thought in your form every movie?
Even in the Broly movie, that's what she was out here wishing for.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
So yeah, fuck that. First of all, this man Piccolo's like, my pride's too much to just wish the problem away, but I will just wish for more power.
But I will wish for more power.
Second, I don't know why. I love Piccolo. Piccolo's
I'm done.
Piccolo no longer gets to look at a motherfucker, no matter who they are, and be as cocky as he was against Gamma 2. He should have immediately went like, let me get my boy Gohan out here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Second, we ain't gonna talk about the fact that this man, I know technically Pan was in no danger. This man technically kidnapped a girl and was like, I'm gonna use your kidnapping to like make your dad fight again. And we just gonna scooch past that.
He's been hanging around dumb sayings that do stupid shit like that.
Their ass.
Look.
Goku literally died.
Listen.
So Gohan could do that first
I was just about to say, it worked for Raditz. Raditz was like,
you.
Hey,
die.
I'm gonna get this kid. And Goku was like, oh, fuck that. We're going to get my child.
And then, to make matters worse, I personally love how visually cool this movie looked. I kind of like the way the new power-ups look. They look cool. I do like the fact that Piccolo makes it a point that none of the shit that ever happens in these shows make any damn sense. And he's like, don't want to get into it. I don't get it either. It's cool. Mm-hmm. But, A, should have brought out fucking Ultra Instinct Gohan way sooner. B, I understand the homage to Piccolo, but my man didn't use a single Masengo Ha.
Yep.
He didn't use anything.
And D,
he's
how are you going to make the motherfucker that's stronger than Cell and not have him be able to regenerate some shit?
That's a big problem there.
What? The Red Room already made something that can't regenerate. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's some bullshit.
Plot hole.
They gave him a classic Nintendo boss character weakness too.
We're not even going to get into the whole Beerus, Wiz, all those.
Yo, let me start that shit right there.
Wait. Hold on. So okay, all right. Let's stop here. See, real. Give me your interpretation of how you felt the movie was. I mean, you can finish that thought, but like,
I literally agree with everything these gentlemen just said, and I will even add to it, the Ultra Instinct Gohan, whatever we're calling it, I don't know, and the Orange Piccolo. Fantastic forms. The way they premiered, the way they acted.
Well, man, it's not even green no more. Orange now? God damn.
You know everyone
goes Cuz got orange and Cuz got thick. Like
he did.
Like Ray Lewis in the old days.
My favorite part of this movie is them being like Piccolo grow and he's dead ass like I forgot I could do that.
Oh yeah. Remember when King Piccolo made himself big in the tournament and he was like Piccolo's like, yeah, I forgot I could do that. But that also doesn't mean shit because my body just get big. I don't really get stronger. My only problem with the forms, though, we didn't get enough of it. That was it. We saw Ultra Instinct Gohan for a hot 2 minutes, and he did his move, and then it was it. Piccolo was orange for probably, I'd say about a good 10 minutes. He did some work. Some work. That. And it also helps that you watch the movie with niggas, because niggas make everything. I had niggas in the back jumping
Hype
on
man,
the I was
hype man,
like,
yeah.
yes,
Popcorn everywhere. Oh my god!
Oh, we had 9 people in our theater.
Yeah, there was nobody.
Of those
Oh,
9
no, our
people,
shit
the 3 of us were just talking mad shit the entire time.
our shit was full.
Somebody tried to start a slow clap at the end. It didn't
Oh
take
no!
See, in our theater, it was actually some applause. It wasn't like uproarious, but it was some applause in there. But to continue adding points to shit on this movie, your boy Beerus is down bad for Chili. Didn't appreciate that shit at all.
Broly's gonna whoop his ass.
This is all another thing.
Beerus got his ass whooped by Vegeta. What do you think Broly's gonna do?
Beerus woke up, noticed that Broly was on his planet. He was like, "What the fuck is he doing here? Why?"
Oh no!
It's like, hold on, cuz you supposed to get down instructions.
Look.
You scared of him?
Look, Broly too. I see it already coming, and it's gonna take like Broly and Goku are gonna finally fuse together. It's gonna make Broku.
Oh, that's the other shit. Okay, I know. Shit isn't always canon. Like,
You all the time.
here's the one thing.
That's why you bring me. That's why you bring me here. That's why you bring me here.
If there's one constant thing about DBZ, it's power sensing. People can sense people's powers across goddamn universes. Tell me why there are niggas out there that can sense Broly a planet away, just being Broly.
Okay, all right.
But you're telling me that you have 2 motherfuckers, one that was confirmed to be as strong as Goku and Vegeta Blue, and another one that's supposed to surpass them on top of super powerful Cell, and ain't a single motherfucker notice.
Okay, so I'm real quick. I'm gonna make a public announcement for power sensing because we had the same problem with Star Wars. I'm just go ahead and ratify this for you now. It makes for bad plot that you already know the power level of people, because that's just like we talked about that in the Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi review that we did on the show.
It's a convenient writing aspect.
You remember how the whole Star Wars movie Jedi can sense people on other planets and shit. Hell, in Mandalorian, and I don't want to ruin it. Has everybody seen Mandalorian? I don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Mandalorian. Luke senses, Grogu on a whole nother planet, right?
Across a couple systems.
Grogu was looking for him.
Well, yeah, he was looking for him, but he still sensed him, right? You still felt that faint force, right?
Yeah, but the problem is though he had to amplify it. They had to put him on that rock to send the signal.
Right. So there was amplification, but he still felt it, right? Well, now you have in Obi-Wan Kenobi where everybody just shut the force off, where like I can't feel people. Obi-Wan literally is walking through the crowd, but like there's some moments where like we can feel a Jedi, but you still can't feel fucking Obi-Wan. The motherfucker.
Like, that, but Obi-Wan's connection to the Force is all fucked up. He didn't have anything to sense.
Right, but I'm saying not him.
The third sister.
The third sister
should have found this motherfucker.
Yeah, because third sister, her force was on, and she still can find him. And he was walking through crowds like it wasn't shit. Matter of fact, yeah, exactly. And it was just like, okay, so I think all the writers are like, let's just turn that shit off because it's too powerful. Because Dragon Ball Z is a good example of that. Because remember, all throughout Dragon Ball, everybody can sense levels. Gohan can follow people that were like blinking in the sky and shit. But like you said, but now,
which is fine. I mean, I get that, but this wouldn't have been a case of like they could immediately find them. All they had to do was just show Goku, Vegeta to stop what they're doing and be like, "Huh, that sounds interesting," and then Wiz being like, "Let's get back to business." That's all they had to do.
Yeah, but see, they convenient, right?
But this is Gohan's movie. We don't need Goku and Vegeta to come in and steal the show.
All right, and then now that's something I want to get to too. So Gohan's potential being unlocked and him potentially becoming the new Dragon Ball. Now this time I'm gonna go with C-Real first, and then I'm gonna go with Pretentious Nerds about this because I'm dying to know y'all's like introspective on this. Mr. C-Real, do you think this is a segue into Gohan finally kind of taking up the mantle? Now I know the movies happen outside the stories because that's the only way these movies can happen, because otherwise it make no sense. But do you think that's what Akira Toriyama is trying to like test with this?
I've always had that thought. Even though Dragon Ball, you go through the mythologies, Journey to the West or whatever, it's about Goku. But eventually, he will age out, and I mean everything was kind of set up for Gohan to be the next guy because he's always been a highlight somewhere in whatever arc. In the Saiyan arc, he cracked Raditz' armor. Nobody's ever cracked Saiyan armor. Blah blah blah.
Right.
He gets to Namek. He gets his potential unlocked at the age of 6.
Right.
First person to do Super Saiyan 2 and hold it. All this other kind of stuff. So I mean, there's small bits and pieces throughout the story that point that it could be that way, but from a marketing standpoint, and this is outside of the anime, Goku sells a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always that he's the creator of a meme. It's always a motherfucker to come out, but can he be Goku though? He's always that.
And to quote what you said on multiple occasions, crack sells itself.
Crack itself. I don't know. The movie apparently broke
20.1 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
doing big numbers out here.
All right.
I would like to say that I would love Gohan to be the protagonist that I want and love, but he's been written in such a way that I don't think he ever could be. Because one, he doesn't like to fight. He doesn't have that Saiyan urge in him.
Mm-hmm.
The nigga's a nerd. 1, 2.
But I will say this, even though he doesn't have the Saiyan urge in him, so we think he is the closest to Saiyan because he is 50% Saiyan, 50%, yeah. Whereas everybody else is very diluted except for Vegeta.
Goten,
not Trunks.
And Goten, and Trunks.
And Pan, I guess. Well, no, Pan is a quarter.
No,
because
Pan is below quarter.
Yeah,
is it a quarter or is it an eighth?
Quarter.
It's not 50-50, so
yeah,
yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I would honestly love to see Gohan be the son that Goku would like him to be, but Gohan is a realist. Like, bro, we can't be. We got to pay bills and shit, So he got to do.
No, he don't. He don't got a damn bill to pay.
He don't. He don't. But he doesn't live in the fantasy world that his father lives in.
Saiyan or Bulma?
Bulma. Bulma got that income going and going.
Well, and Gohan
is also the son-in-law of Mr. Satan, who basically is.
And remember, Mr. Satan paid all of them from the tournament, so they all got paid from that because he was like, "Please don't kill me. Here's millions of dollars," and they're like, "Okay."
This is true. I mean, I don't know. I can't understand Gohan's reasoning for not training and doing all the things, but I don't know. Other than his, I don't like to fight kind of stuff.
Okay, so now Pretentious Nerds, same question to you. Give me your interpretation of that. Do you think Gohan's gonna be the next up?
No, it's too late. If they were gonna do that, they would have had to do it 20 years ago.
Well, here's the thing, like you mentioned earlier. It was set up for him to take over. It was supposed to be him after the Cell Saga. He was supposed to take over and be the new defender, and Goku was supposed to stay dead. Gohan ain't it. Y'all try. Everybody loves Gohan. Everybody knows. Everybody knows Team Gohan in particular is like bottom line Gohan. Then you get Mystic Gohan when he comes up to Boo and he's just like, "I'm gonna kill you." That was a chill moment.
Out like a bitch.
Yeah,
defeat you. I'm gonna kill you.
Which ties also into the this movie making fun of itself with the whole Senzu Bean can't catch shit.
That was their last chance.
I also don't appreciate the fact that he had glasses and he couldn't see without his glasses until he went Super Saiyan.
Piccolo makes an exact comment about it, like going Super Saiyan fixed your eyes.
Rage clarity. It's
like you guys
roll that. That's an RPG perk. Y'all don't know? That's an RPG perk, baby. Rage clarity.
It's too little, too late.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give up on Gohan and make the true protagonist Vegeta, who's always had the best character arc.
Obviously, like I could, if you had made Gohan like he was supposed to be back in the day, then yes, he would honestly probably sell as much as Goku because instead of having Super Saiyan 3 and all the other stuff we got with Goku, it would have all been Gohan. But they didn't do it, so there's just no way. Trying to do that would be the equivalent of trying to do Boruto. It's just not gonna work.
Okay, so I'm gonna. That's the Boruto. Right there. Wow! Oh, like Boruto's so bad after 100 episodes. So, all right, bring Naruto back in. Let's see what he do.
bring 100, but it was like,
yeah, it's true.
Getting bored. They're like, shit. We better give Naruto a new fucking ability.
Okay, so and speaking of that, now let me burst y'all's bubbles real quick. This is what I think they're gonna do to remedy that because I think enough of the fans are going to keep talking about that because we all know that they always talk about Gohan should be next. Gohan should be next. There's always a conversation in the anime community. But I feel like this is going to happen. And y'all going to hate me for this. But I'm going to stand on it because I know Akira Toriyama. And now that he's found multiverses, I feel like what's going to happen is he's going to set up a universe to where Trunks goes back in time, fucks up something, and because Trunks does that, Gohan's next up. Instead of Bulma having the whole "no, I want you to study and be whatever," he held out with his father more, and he actually went to Super Saiyan 4, and then they're gonna do a whole Dragon Ball universe on that, and that's gonna be the whole "what if Gohan was the next man up." I know. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I hate that I said it because now Akira Toriyama is sort of writing it down like,
awful.
yes, that's
So
a good
basically, you
idea.
think they're gonna have a multiverse where Gohan does?
I mean, because the problem was is that someone already gave Akira Toriyama multiverse because that's what he did with the Dragon Ball Power Tournament. So he could totally do that, and then everybody be like, well, damn.
The flaw with that is that it's not canon or official by any means.
Right. It'd
But
be like
it's
Dragon
already
Ball
been done
Superhero,
to
the
that.
YouTube thing. It just exists. It's fun. It's neat, but none of
No,
this
but that's what I'm
matters.
saying. What if he does that? What if he's like, all right, this is Dragon Ball Super S or whatever, and that's what it is that Trunks is like, all right, to go back and beat this new villain, let me go back in and fuck some shit up and then do this.
There are
continue.
There are very popular fan-made comics that are actually cover that pretty damn well. Like there is honestly a really good one that needs to fucking finish, where basically what would happen if Gohan did do that. Like if Goku did die, you see him fight Cell and Majin Buu and all those things. He goes Super Saiyan 3.
Even that, he has a whole other son that, from another relationship or whatever. That's even stronger.
Right. Well, all right. So, I mean, it could...
This is for Psychor.
I feel like it could happen. I think Akira Toriyama is just one of those... I think because he doesn't... At first, he wasn't exploring multiverses until the Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power. Then it was just like... Yeah, exactly. And see, that's what everybody was saying. Because I know I said that as soon as I heard about Dragon Ball Power. Because, like I said, I don't watch it like you guys. I just kind of peered in. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, y'all know he's just going to do Marvel. That's all he's going to do. It's going to be Universe 616. Because he already did that. Universe 21. Universe 20. Oh, this universe, the Saiyans never exploded. This universe, Vegeta's still like king or whatever. And it's going to happen.
You do that kind of stuff as an offshoot. Like a spin-off thing. Like the Yamcha run that they did. Like you do that as an offshoot or a non-canon movie. You just leave that as far away from your main story as possible.
God, can you imagine the universe where Yamcha is that dude? I just can't.
That would be like the Dragon Ball Fighter Z come to life, where they remember they were using Yamcha for everything.
Yamcha was so funny and shit.
They did do Dragon Ball Heroes pretty much covered that bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't mind Heroes, honestly, but
it's crazy.
Because if Cumber ever makes his way to a real screen, we all in trouble, Jack.
So here's my next question for you guys, and this is going back and forth. Okay, so Dragon Ball in general, when it comes to the series, it's always been Goku. We all know that. But then when Z comes around, it's pretty much Goku and Vegeta being the rival brothers. Now let me ask you this: in a perfect world, do you think we're going to see the arc where Vegeta actually beats Goku and becomes the strongest Saiyan?
Yeah, I did it. God damn it! No, I didn't see it.
Okay, all right.
Well, he did finally beat him in a fight. Okay,
no, but I'm saying like.
Kyle's reaction is what I had. Just fuck this.
Okay, and I will fight any of you motherfuckers on this. Goku has never beaten Vegeta one-on-one, and Vegeta is a better fighter.
Let's argue.
Is Goku stronger physically? Probably. Vegeta's a better fighter. That's just a fact of life. Kiss me.
I have to disagree on that one.
You don't think Vegeta's a better martial artist than Goku?
I don't. Because Goku's proven himself in any fight, any physical martial art fight that he becomes genius level. That's his one caveat. He's dumb as shit in everything else, but when it comes to fighting, not match. He follows movements. He knows. He figures out techniques and all that nonsense.
So if I win the lottery,
you take away the Kamehameha blast and let me see Vegeta go against Goku.
Wait, hold on. Kyle was about to make a point. Kyle, go ahead. What were you about to say?
So if I win the lottery, am I a successful businessman?
Absolutely not. You're lucky.
Goku.
Wow. Okay.
Oh shit! And somehow it unlocked Ultra Instinct.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you all this. Let me ask you this. So let me rephrase the question. Do y'all ever think there's going to be an arc to where it's a just nobody interferes? We'll say this is like the last season. This is like, yo, Akira Toriyama's like, Dragon Ball's about to end. I might do offshoots, but this is the end of the main line. And he's like, the main line, the last one, Goku and Vegeta are finally gonna have that all-out fight. Nobody's gonna interfere.
Woo! We win!
Oh, God just don't want us to win today, huh? That's terrible. Well, see, now these are things I actually should have been taking notes on. God damn it, Cliff. Boy, I swear.
Come back. We got points to make, my guy.
I know. You need a whack-ass internet connection.
How does he have the worst internet of us all?
I don't
I'd
know.
argue that I have the worst
That
since
man
I'm
probably.
here.
Well, yeah, but he do. He probably has more electronics than all of us.
And I don't know. I'm because I'm shit is 2 TVs on. I'm streaming Fortnite stuff now.
I'm gonna need somebody to. So, as somebody who's never played Fortnite, nor do I like it, or like
I don't either. Don't worry.
I don't get how that game works. Like, I truly
Fan service, bro.
understand how that game works.
It's legit fan service. That's the
They're
only
like-
thing.
It's
Just between the
Fan
Thanos
service the
thing
game.
and like the Dragon Ball Z thing, I just don't understand what is that? What kind of game is Fortnite? Because I thought it was just a battle royale.
It is.
Fan service.
Yeah. That what
So
that
there'll be
man said.
people running around doing a battle royale style Dragon Ball Z fights. So do they even use?
No, not Dragon Ball Z style fights. So it's the same. Oh no, you decided to join us.
No, yeah, they keep dropping me out. I don't know what it is. I'm doing too good of a job. That's what it is. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, he was asking about Fortnite, and it's basically just skins, bro. Like of course, me being me, I had to buy the bundle or whatever. So it's just Goku running around with Chopper, pow, 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 pow. And they give you, I think there's two.
There's the Key Blast, and you can
get
buy
a Kamehameha.
the Goku set is like I think $20, and you can buy like it'll give you all of his shit. But
it just gives you the skin. It gives you the power pole accessory. You can play as Bulma or Beerus and Vegeta. But other than that, it's just fan service.
I don't understand.
It works. It sells because it doesn't appeal to people with logic. It appeals to children. So kids, and they follow trends. So they did Naruto. They did the NBA. They did the NFL. They did all stuff that
John
younger
Wick.
kids. They did John Wick.
Wick,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's people. The age bracket, it follows that age bracket. It doesn't make sense, but it works.
Fortnite.
One Piece is next. I'm telling you, One Piece is next. Bleach is next. Y'all might as well get ready, man. My Hero Academia. I think it's already been on there, or it's coming. Because
No, One Piece and My Hero are definitely going to be a thing.
oh yeah, oh absolutely.
Well, they put Silk Sonic. They put Silk Sonic in there because Silk Sonic just happened to. They had a point. They hit a high note and changed the game a little bit. So
they put the fucking civil rights in there. They'll put anything in there. They don't care. Money. That's all.
That was
They're making
just.
so much money off of that shit. And
I was gonna say they
so
make
much.
money.
frustrates me so much.
You can't blame Epic Games for trying to follow this bread.
All right. So yeah. So as I was trying to ask, like, I don't know if you guys answered that while I was off, but like, do you think that like they're ever gonna have that arc to where it's just all right? It's Goku, Vegeta, all powers up.
Yeah.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? They go at it.
It'll end on a cliffhanger on God.
I can tell you exactly how we do it.
That's
I was gonna have let me hear yours.
Rocky? Yes. The
That's how it's ended.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way because honestly, I feel like he should do the Sasuke and Naruto thing. And just have Vegeta and Goku just go at it full burst, and then at the end they just fall down and laugh. It would be the biggest FU to the fans ever.
You mean like they did at the end of Dragon Ball Superhero?
Kind of did that in the movie.
Yes, yeah. And then because the problem is that I think in Akira Toriyama's like Mon, he loves both those characters so much.
Nope.
He loves all his characters, but he loves.
He hates Vegeta. He wanted Vegeta to Frieza. No, he
But
wanted to do
now-
that at the Saiyan Saga.
Right, I
sure.
think it's good now that Vegeta's kind of getting like the Justice for Vegeta thing that happened whenever the hell it happened. I was completely behind it because Vegeta had been getting little shit since Cell. So I'm glad that he's finally gotten his Hakai powers. He's inching somewhere with a more definite end. Like, yeah, Goku's got Ultra Instinct, but at least Vegeta has something tangible that he can use that fits his personality.
The fuck it does.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
His exact words were, "This is not my fighting style, but I don't have a choice."
But okay, if it wasn't there, he wouldn't use it.
He don't like using it.
But he does.
It still didn't work.
It don't. But he do use it.
Kaiju fight.
I know. I understand. But he still use it. He knows his power will only go so far. It's changed now because he blew himself up in Boo. He was like, I don't give a damn. I'll kill myself before I do it in this nonsense. But now, Hakai, I don't give a damn.
I feel like if I can step here real quick, I feel like this is, and I'm going to go ahead and copyright this real quick. Capcom, fuck y'all. I feel like this is the Ryu and Ken conundrum. To where, like, you're never going to find out which one is more strong than the other, even though I personally think Ryu is. But at the same time, there's been plenty of times.
He's transformed into like a demon?
Yeah, but people still think Ken is stronger. People still like because of.
Is it white men? Kyle, is it white men?
Not There's no question.
Let me ask the white man.
Let me ask the white man. Is it? No, but it's funny because
I don't even know that much Street Fighter lore. That's not a question.
Bruh,
No one knows that.
I'm a Ken fan and I know Ryu's stronger. What do you mean?
It's not, but people keep constantly saying like Violent Ken. They keep talking about
not canon.
I keep trying to tell them that, but people
Ken just a normal white dude.
Pretty much, he's psycho. The reason
does he get psycho powers?
Yeah, the reason why like people keep saying, "Oh, that is Ken," because in the Street Fighter 2 movie, that's where Violent Ken comes from. It's like he's psycho induced with M. Bison's power, and so like Ken becomes stronger.
Exactly.
I keep trying to tell people that, but anyway,
you had the Dark Hado in him.
In multiple games, it's like that's a problem.
He was born with the evil. He wasn't injected with it.
Exactly. So
I'm new to this. I'm true to this, baby.
That's what I try to tell them. But I think it's that conundrum to where like it'll never, even though like I said, like we know for a fact we all do that Ryu is stronger. I think it's the same way with Goku and Vegeta. I think we don't want to find most of us who watch the anime don't really want to find the answer because like both of them are like really strong and great dudes. Vegeta's great in his own right, where he's prideful, but I'm still a family man. And then Goku is just like, I like to fight. I like to fight, eat, and fuck. That's it. In those order. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's just like, all right, are we ever going to get the answer to that? And do we ever want the answer to it?
I think what we're going to end up landing on is the fact that Broly would whip the floor with all of them.
Yep.
Like I said, I listen, holla at your boy. If I call it, I'm calling it, but I really think Goku and Broly gonna fuse in one of these movies. They're gonna run out of ideas, and it's gonna be like,
wrong, but goddamn, I hope right at the same time.
Yeah, I don't
think they can
because Broly would have
too
to
much
learn
rage.
how to bring his power level down.
He can't bring his power level down.
He also would be approximately the same size too.
The fuck you do, Vegeta and Goku?
Nah, Vegeta and Goku.
It's wrong. It's wrong, but in the Boo saga, they had
Vegeta like 5 feet tall,
approximately the same size.
It's cute that you think anything matters.
It is Dragon Ball.
Right. Don't they have midi-chlorians now? Yeah,
basically. S-cells.
Wait a minute! Don't do it! Don't do that! Don't do that, Dragon Ball! Don't bring it midi-chlorian, please.
What they described as midi-chlorians? Because somebody to me, and I was like, "Are we talking about Star Wars or DBZ?"
Listen, bruh, like midi-chlorians don't even exist anymore. They retcon that shit because that used to be why you couldn't clone Jedis. Now that shit don't matter no more. So
I told you that shit didn't matter. All the shit from the old movies don't matter no more.
They don't. They really don't.
It's called
in all honesty, it's gonna, if they ever do the Vegeta versus Goku. I mean, they did do it in Heroes where Vegeta won. Everyone can.
Vegeta. Right.
They're never gonna show you. They're gonna have them fight, and it's gonna be.
Everybody's gonna pay money.
The battle raged and mountains crashed and shit, and then it'll end.
The battle's gonna be a whole hour. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna go through the memories and shit. They gonna be like, Vegeta's gonna be like, "You're my brother and shit. I love you." Goku's gonna be like, "I love you too."
You really lowering us. You lowering us to Naruto, bro.
Yeah,
they almost kissed.
Naruto final fight.
They almost kissed at the end of that shit.
Like, yo, at this point, y'all gotta kiss, man. What the fuck?
The only way they couldn't kiss because they blew each other's arm off and they laid there and the blood touched. It was like, oh, they're holding spiritual hands.
Aww.
Cute.
It's one of those things. The rival, you will never get the final fight between rivals will never be satisfying. Like Deku versus Bakugo will never be shown.
Yeah. Oh no, never. No, they can't because that's the end of My Hero Academia. If you do that, because we all know what's gonna happen. I honestly, listen. I love Bakugo. I do, man. My man Deku all day.
I gotta ask, are you caught up on the manga for My Hero?
No, I've heard good shit about it though. I've heard good shit. I've heard surprising shit to where like some people.
I just like to state that we are like that entire universe is so fucking lucky. Bakugo's not a bad guy.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I've heard the shit he's doing.
Bad guy energy, but he's such a good guy. And I'm like,
he's good. He's good for right now. I can see him doing the Sasuke thing and testing the bad for a little bit later on.
But the thing is,
I know.
See, I'm not caught up on the manga, so I'm
not caught up. But I've heard
that when like the League of Villains kidnapped him, and he was like, "No, fuck you guys."
Oh, see, I that's a spoiler. Didn't know that.
Oh, that's in the show. You didn't watch
that's in the show.
I stopped watching it a minute ago.
Oh, okay. Oh,
but it's on my list.
It was early on.
But, no, I've heard that like because at first I was like, oh, okay, cool, this is gonna be Japanese X-Men, and then I've heard in the manga they've been just killing off people. I'm like, oh, all right, well, never mind then. So that's
niggas dead too. Shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The manga is way more hardcore than the. I'm gonna have to start reading the manga apparently because they're like, yeah, the manga is way more hardcore. They're like, they're not gonna put that.
That's in terms of it gets more hardcore as it goes further. The anime actually does the manga a lot better.
Yeah, because like they've already revealed that someone like has died, but nobody knew that like she was actually dead. It was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
News to me.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, again, though, as much as we talk shit about Dragon Ball, without Dragon Ball, we wouldn't have any of these fucking shows we've been talking about.
No, absolutely not.
Like almost every anime shown in rivalry to this point is based upon Vegeta and Goku. Like that's just a solid fact. No, I can't.
I mean, Black Clover with Asta, and you know, what I'm saying which is just Wizard Naruto. You know, like that's.
First of all, yes.
Second of all, it's good though. I'm not hating on it. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Like, listen, I gotta catch up. I love that shit. It's great. You know,
Yami is one of my favorite senseis. I love him.
He gotta be one of the
That's
best.
the GOAT, man. I love him. I love
him.
I'm
just gonna cigarettes and drink.
He can be one of us.
Fuck about nothing.
I love Black Bulls. They're great. They're amazing.
But yeah, without Goku and Vegeta, you wouldn't like before Goku and Vegeta, you didn't
Who
really.
was it?
I guess you could argue you had like Kenshin and what's his face.
True. Oh yeah, his brother. Yeah.
You could do the same thing with Inuyasha and Sesshomaru, which was
sort of, but there was always a clear.
It's all there.
Sesshomaru was stronger than Inuyasha. That was never a question.
Until Inuyasha got the Tetsaiga, and then Sesshomaru was like, fuck.
Or when he taps the demon form. When he taps the demon form, like my man's out.
Oh yeah.
He can't control it. But
even like JoJo was JoJo out before Dragon Ball Z? Yeah,
no.
JoJo was out before Dragon Ball Z.
Was it?
Yeah,
it's the 80s, I think.
Since like late 80s, 90s.
Remember, DBZ is relatively new compared to Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's like Dio and Jotaro would never had that connection.
No.
Yu Yu
Hakusho, baby. Yusuke and Toribara?
Yeah, but they said they never had it. Like back then, you had teams, but it was always
that was a legitimate team where everybody had one goal and we was getting better at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
You didn't have those rivalries. Like I think the first, other than like,
even though he was talking mad shit to have that like every episode,
was probably when One Piece introduced Zoro and Sanji, which is the Goku and Vegeta of that particular show.
Yeah. Or
didn't have one.
Or really, you had like Bleach kind of had that, but the problem with Bleach is that you have to.
Bleach tried with Renji.
I'm about to say, was it Renji?
No. So they tried it like 4 different times. They tried it with Ichigo and Renji. They tried it with Ichigo and Uryu because like that's where this new arc, where that comes in because there was like the Quincy's versus the Soul Reapers. And they were supposed to fight each other, but then they wrote it a different way.
I'm about to say, it's got to be, if it's only a rivalry if they're, on par with each other.
Yeah, that's true, because Ichigo just keeps turning on the water for like
power. I would argue is that Ichigo and Grimjow or Ichigo and Renji. And I would say they tried it with Ichigo and Renji.
But it just didn't work.
But Ichigo was too much of a, I don't think Bleach really had a go.
Too much of a Mary Sue, man. Too much of a Mary Sue.
Ichigo, I think, is a true protagonist in the sense that who's gonna match up with that?
He's a true shonen protagonist because that motherfucker.
But his dad's still alive. It doesn't count. He got parents.
His mom died though. They traded out.
His mom is dead.
Yeah, his mom.
Okay, technically, his dad is also dead though. I don't understand the law.
Yes.
His dad around.
He left the Soul Society, so apparently that was his trade-off. He left and became human. He was like, man, even though he's still fucking powerful as shit, he just
Naruto's parents came back at the end. Dad was in that fucking ship up in the war. And
am I too late, son? And I'm like, really? All this shit happened?
You showed up at the perfect time. Oh my god. So, but,
all right, and so here's my other thing I wanted to ask you guys. So we gotta look at favorite moments in Dragon Ball history, period. Which obviously was not Dragon Ball Evolution. But and don't feel bad. Hey, Super Mario the movie, you know what I'm saying?
You can go
to hell. A real name? Why are you even bringing that up?
You can go to hell.
Listen, that's like bringing up Dragon Ball GT with fans. Like that doesn't exist. We don't know.
I'm more okay with Dragon Ball GT.
I can at least talk about GT. We're not talking about Evolution.
Can we have a quick chat about GT?
Okay, all right. If y'all want to go there, give me your feelings on GT, please.
Does GT suck Dragon Balls? Yes.
Yes.
Here's the thing, though. You will be hard-pressed to find a goddamn anime protagonist with more goddamn drip than Baby.
Antagonist.
Antagonist. My bad. Second, I still stand by the fact that I think Baby was a fan.
Aizen. That's the only person. Aizen is the only person I'm like, yo, Aizen had that drip. I don't care what nobody say. Aizen had the drip about this motherfucker.
Here's my problem with Aizen. Aizen did have the drip. But when you get fucked over by Ichigo that hard,
that's true.
He did kind of grab this nigga's face and take him into a cannon.
And when you have Madara ran hands.
Okay, I was about to say Madara got to be in that conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
Army,
laid down a mountain, fucked up an army,
fucked up all the Kages, hit a motherfucker with 2 meteors. Here's another one. Went up against nice guy, took it like a boss.
Just said, "Hey, we're gonna stop this meteor." Yeah, we did it.
And then never actually lost. They didn't beat Madara. I stand by. Aizen talked mad shit, and Ichigo was like, "Enough said. Let's go."
You know, and it's funny because Aizen had the sauce the entire series until that fight. I was like, God,
until Ichigo touched him, and he was like, "I've never had anybody actually touch my face before."
And then the motherfucker was like, "Did you see what my hand did?" And Ichigo like 10 minutes later, "By the way, let me let you know, that wasn't you." That was me.
Ichigo cut this motherfucker and then explained to him 30 minutes later. So real quick, you've been cut, but hold on, let me tell you how I did
it. Is like Madara. Technically, they never beat him. Did they win that battle? Yes, they technically didn't beat him. They got lucky.
Madara and Toby by himself. That was the best evil villain duo ever.
Man,
Toby was like, "Am I sweating? Oh no, that's the rain. Y'all ain't worth it."
Man, Madara had an all-star cast because he had the Kosuke Cup before him, and then he just came down. And then on top of it, still had was it Kabuto who was still giving him the business over there. And they took Kakashi going there like, all right, we gotta stop this nigga.
Kabuto
like,
still in
Izanagi. Yeah, exactly. I was like, what the fuck?
Man, like, do you guys want to fight me by myself, or do you want all of my copies to also have?
What are y'all gonna do about the clones?
The clones.
Like, oh yeah, I just didn't like how that jutsu works, so I'm just taking control of my dead body now. No biggie.
So
nobody else can do this shit. Y'all sick of dealing with me? All right, cool. I'll deal with me. Don't worry.
So then, okay, let me ask you all this about GT. So, can we? Is it safe to say that GT is just kind of the stepbrother of the whole series? It just we're never really gonna talk about it. We got like if for me,
gotta go further than stepbrother.
It's the Final Fantasy 13 for y'all.
It's the son-in-law no one asked for.
Right, because that's how I felt about 13. I didn't ask for this. I didn't want this.
There were moments where we were like, okay, they got some good qualities. Super Saiyan 4 looked cool.
Yeah.
Right. It was kind of like the red fur, the black hair. Right. It was
kind of weird when Pan was like, "Grandpa, are you okay?" He's like, "I don't know, Pan. I just want to blow it up. I don't know."
There's also the fact that it's one of the few times where I like sometimes DBZ does power scaling in a way I like. And GT did do it to the point where like Fuse Super Saiyan 4 was just unfucking. When they fuse
unmatched
Goku and Vegeta, that's when they do power scaling well.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Vegito was so fucking strong, he was a piece of candy and was still running the lanes with goddamn Boo.
Mm-hmm.
Gogeta wasn't even trying against Broly.
Yeah,
I don't care
he
who
was
said
having fun.
anything. He was trying. He was vibing.
Like you could tell because he fought the whole time like this.
Yep.
That
And it was
that
all
was
feet.
Yeah, did Broly get
Oh,
some
that's insane.
Yeah, but he
that was
really didn't get
insane. Like, because they were struggling that whole movie. When they turned into him, it was just like they put it on easy mode. And I was like,
Cuz had time, he was like, I need to think of a cool nickname. Like,
See,
that's
that's one of my favorite things about DBZ.
Yo.
They understand that if you fuse those two particular characters, it's game over forever. The fight. It's not the only way to win that fight in that case.
And can I say this? Can I say as a fan that's not as big as you guys and just looking in, I gotta say, and you guys know, I mean, you've all seen a lot of anime. I've seen a lot of anime. Out of all the anime I've seen, I started back in the young days because I'm old. I have to say, after everything I've seen, Dragon Ball still has the best reveals and transformations. Like of all they like. Because even when you get into like,
I ain't even gonna argue that.
Like Trigun, where they had a lot of cool like stuff that they would do with Vash and his brother Knives. When you get into like Samurai Champloo and the stances, Gundam with the whole mixture of Gundams and the whole second forms, Dragon Ball still holds the title for just like, yo, I'm gonna do this. All right, cool. And I mean, I've seen shit like Sailor Moon. I've seen fucking Big Order. I've seen Big O. I've seen and like.
What do you mean by like? Do you mean just like
the presentation? Yeah, like that moment. It's just like when that transformation happens.
When Goku went Super Saiyan for the first time, it was in the way that it was being revealed.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
I could be okay with that.
Yeah, I could give you that. I mean,
I'm not saying it's like the best, but like it's the best feeling of like they
consistently do. Even in the new movie, they consistently do make new form reveal, even though I think some of them look stupid as hell.
You gotta start at the feet. The secret is you gotta start at the feet and pan up.
And go up, and they just know how to. Because I'm like every time I see a new transformation in Dragon Ball, like I'm generally excited, and I don't see that really anywhere else. And I've seen a lot of like cool because I mean Bleach has a lot of good. Bleach
has a lot of transformations.
They do, and like it was just like all right, and Naruto's not far behind them with the whole because even now, like fucking Naruto has a fucking like Bleach. He has a hollow form now. He kind of just
slide in it though. There's no activating factor.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
There's no build up to get that payoff.
Like I'm saying, it's really hard to find anything else other than like
because
you get that Bankai. That bond, that pause, and then Kai, and then that shit happens.
If there's one thing that can be more iconic than current DBZ transformation, it's the fact that Bun Kai is still fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
a close third would be. Whew. It's because it happened so long ago. It's not remembered very much. But the first time you see Gear second for One Piece, that was.
Oh yeah,
when it came out. That was the first.
Yeah.
I'm not caught up in One Piece. I have to watch sections of One Piece.
Like I saw it and I was like, damn, okay, the payoff was good for that.
Okay. Gear second was so like Dragon Ball, like going to the transformations, it does have that issue where like sometimes they power up and the earth shakes, and then sometimes they just and they're in it.
Right.
One Piece is not as consistent with the like you saw when Gear second happened for the first time, it was cool as shit. Then every time after that, he just gets into
he just kind of slide into it because he knows
Gear fourth, Gear third, Snake Man, Bounce Man. When the first you'll get there.
Okay, no,
it's crazy.
The first time you see them, it's insane, and then like after that, he's just in it.
Well, with that, I think it's more of a matter of them getting used to it. Like in the Cell Saga, when they stay in Super Saiyan form, so they can adjust to it.
True,
and as time goes on, they got the experience and shit.
And then, too, I think it's because Akira Toriyama, what a lot of people don't know is that he also had a lot of, he's worked with everybody in Japan, first off. I mean, Dragon Quest, Chrono Trigger, he's worked with Square Enix a lot, he's worked with even the Sentai series a lot. So I think he gets a lot of that inspiration from that, because, of course, Sentai is all about the presentation and transformation. But like, just bar none, like I really think Dragon Ball has the best build up to that precinct. Even when we waited 30 episodes for fucking Super Saiyan 1, that was still just the greatest thing ever. That's
I remember everything about that day.
It was ridiculous. Because like, yeah, you can.
Yes.
I remember the day, everything I ate that day, everything that happened that day.
Like, because you just
I was in fourth grade, I was in third grade, and we had mashed potatoes and roast for lunch. I'm serious.
National holiday, you got marked on the calendar, get the day off.
Well, because like,
and it was so iconic because one, they broke it up. He started the little and then next time on Dragon Ball Z when he actually did it.
And it was
I remember that shit vividly.
It was crazy because like you're like, all right, cool. Like you're on the edge of your seat, like what's gonna happen? And the payoff was just so good that we forget that we waited fucking 30 episodes for that shit. Krillin and Gohan's off crying, so we're about to die. And here's Goku just like, ah, you know.
And see, I think it's also a fact that a lot of anime aren't hand drawn anymore. So you don't get a lot of that. You don't get, this took some fucking effort to draw. Like somebody's hand was clamped after that shit. But now, computer generation, you can just make it.
And then like, and not to take anything away from that, because there's been some beautiful ones.
Oh, no,
like
you make it.
Bones,
you can make it. You can make it even better.
Bones have been, and IG have been really good. I mean, if y'all don't believe me, check out Ghost in the Shell. Standalone Complex is one of my favorite animes of all time, and it's amazing. But I just. It's crazy, man, because I really don't think, because even when I play games, like when I play Xenoverse or when I play like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, like even the transformation that still give me a little bit of goosebumps. Like, oh man, this is exciting, yay, like so.
When he mastered Ultra Instinct, I was high as hell, and I think I might have cried.
Well, see, that's the thing. So even now, like they just had it. Will as annoying as I get with DBZ, it's very good at those moments that make me shit my pants. Going to Super Saiyan 3, still one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I was at the gym for the entirety of Tournament of Power. I just remember that was my gym show. When he does the Kamehameha against Klefka.
Oh, the swag surf! The surf!
Oh, that was so cool.
That was even. I was just like, "What the? That's what we doing? That's what we doing?"
Watching this?
I was talking to my buddy yesterday. I was like, "Bro, I think I might have nutted a little bit when he did that shit. I'm not even no homo."
Because she's sitting up here and she has him dead to rights, and Goku's like, "Fuck that," and he just.
And you just saw this girl. You just saw this person like Jiren had to move to face them.
Yes.
And they're like. And you like Broly, like we have seen Broly movie by this point. Like she's Broly level, and then Goku's like, "Hold my beer,
hold on, I got this.
Peter, I got this, bro."
Like, oh, you don't think I can maneuver without flying? I've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. I learned that move.
I learned that shit right.
My man Goku was just like, "Oh, I'll play Tony Hawk. Hold up."
One of my favorite parts of the Tournament of Power, just that, like I remember being on the treadmill when he first goes Ultra Instinct. And Beerus stands up and goes, "It's coming." I press pause. And then just a
crazy
dun. And I'm just sitting there like in the video, like on the treadmill, like,
Like, what is happening right now? What are we doing?
And then again, when he mastered it and all the gods stood up and that shit cracked away from him and flew out, I was like, oh
yeah, because Jiren was like, "Let me just run the fade with your family," and Goku's like, "Did you not watch the past 12 seasons?"
My family. First of all,
did you just not see
family for a second? Like,
did you not see the hate crime I performed on Black when he killed my fake family?
That was, man, oh my god.
Black was serious too. I'm not even gonna lie. Super Saiyan Rose was
okay. All right. Hold on. That's
if
another
you
question.
Talk about Black, I'm about to destroy your entire career.
No.
Please,
I like Black.
Let me ask this. Now, speaking of Black, I'm not talking about Goku Black. I'm the one to talk about Frieza Black. What is going on with Black?
No, okay.
What is happening with Frieza Black? Okay. Can we explain the Black Frieza incident? What is going on?
Here's
all y'all.
How's he still alive? What keeps happening?
I hate Frieza.
God damn.
Why did they bring back, of all the characters they could have brought back, they brought back Alien Hitler? You couldn't bring back Cell?
First of all, I was gonna say they were gonna make a Black Cell. Did you know they were gonna make a Black Cell? That was gonna happen.
That guy erased.
I've been being kind of mellow about Dragon Ball Z. Let me hate on this series real quick.
Okay. All right.
We've been cool.
Okay.
We've been cool up until now. Let's
First
see.
Don't bother bringing back Majin Buu every goddamn 5 seconds, then being like, nigga, sleep.
He sleep.
Wake his ass up.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm with you for right now.
I'm sorry. Okay, look here.
That's facts. Look, that's facts. That's pure facts right there. Pure facts.
Test. That's what he means. He just needs to fight. What does he got no math for? Second, here's the thing. Oh, Boo's asleep. Throw him in the ring with Jiren and find out what the fuck happens. He'll wake up real fast. Second,
yeah, who said that? Because I said the same thing. Where the fuck is Oob? Where is he? What happened to him? Where is he at? The only black character that's right there with Goku. Or Goku's like, yeah, he's going to be the next one up. God, where is he?
Second, I would like to know why these motherfuckers, they were like, y'all can pick anyone in the universe to be your champions. And they were like,
that was kind of a what the hell for me too. I was like, Goku could get anybody over the history of anybody he's fought, and he went. He
could have went looking. He could if he could get Frieza back.
I don't think he got Canada anymore, bro.
He could have gotten Cell back. He could have gotten anyone.
You could know this is true because he could have got the Dragon Balls and wished any of these people back.
That's what he did. He got Frieza back for the tournament. He could have asked for Cell. I'm sorry, Cell would run the fate of Frieza.
Hold on.
I don't think Pycon would have helped.
No, he asked.
Babidi did.
Yeah,
not Babidi. What the fuck is her name?
Genkai. It's not Genkai. She looks like Genkai.
Wait, what was the question?
Who brought Frieza back? They didn't wish him back. They brought him back.
Yeah, they brought him for
like 24-hour thing.
It was the witch.
Yeah.
So okay,
they could have asked the Namekians to fuse together again. They could have done anything.
This is also
and they were like, let's wish back.
We've established that hanging with Saiyans make you do unnecessary shit to get the W.
That's true.
They don't know. Okay, we know path of least resistance. That's the way I choose. That's not the Saiyan way, brother. We got to make this hard.
Which one? Whis could just turn back the hands of Tom, right?
Well, Whis is an angel and technically isn't supposed to get involved.
But every movie. Oh, Goku, you know what you should have did? Yes, because remember that one part of the movie? He's like, Goku, you know what you should have did? You should have did this. And Goku's like, aha! And they're like, okay, let's run it back.
That was only once, and he does it again. He does it again in this new movie. Not the new movie. He does it in the
what? So Loki is Whis just like his continue? Like, hey Goku, you want to try again?
Yeah,
sure, okay.
But wouldn't you like it if you just had, God basically, and if you keep feeding God, things that God don't eat, and he likes it, wouldn't you like a reset button?
In Whis' defense, he probably just gets bored, and the moment the Earth is done, he's got nothing else to do.
He's existed for eons at this point. He got to find something to do.
He's basically just a more powerful Sailor Pluto, but he basically just abuses his shit all the time.
Well, I think
whereas Sailor Pluto's like, I'm just gonna wait and I can't do anything until I need to leave this post. He's just like, hey Goku, what you doing? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll just sit and watch.
I think at one point he says he was super bored until he met Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah, right. So
that's true.
If you can keep God entertained to do shit that favors you, why wouldn't you?
But, it's just so my biggest issue is the fact that they don't utilize Majin Buu. Fuck that. Oh, there was
Oob.
Oob only exists in the manga yet. He doesn't exist in the show.
He did. Remember in the show, he shows up at the very end. Where they're doing that tournament, and Goku's like, "Oh right, let's go." And then they're like, "This is it. That's all. That's the last thing to see." And then they go into GT.
Oh yeah. Then the other thing I hate about GT is the fact that Oob's a huge fucking
we saw like not even a little kid Oob. We saw like a teenage ready to fight Oob at the beginning,
and he was a whole pussy bitch.
Just he came back confused with. Because he came back as Majin, and he was like, I'm going to handle this. I'm going to handle some of these dragons for like a half a second.
So, Dragon Ball Z, first, okay. My main issue with Dragon Ball Z is that you all need to stop riding Goku's dick. That is honestly my biggest issue with it.
Best dick to ride. No homo.
First of all, can't be that big. Goten's not his son, I promise you.
Guaranteed.
Wow! The slander!
You motherfucker was dead.
Y'all go disown Goten like what Goten did to y'all, man. That's fucked up.
Fucking timeline. Goten dead. Off-world or dead. How did
Chi-Chi rode that boat.
Man, listen. Y'all know
don't know how to do nothing but make babies.
Chi-Chi said you gotta fight me to the death to get my love and respect. Like if you lose, you gotta marry me. And Goku's like, okay.
No, he just asked me, and he only agreed because he thought it meant we could eat. That's
Oh, Chi-Chi was gonna let him eat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he ate. Like I said, when Chi-Chi get in there, she become a Super Saiyan. He become a bitch.
When Chi-Chi, y'all can't don't do that. Goten. Chi-Chi was pregnant out here at one point, and Goten
She had that man in the Amazon position. Google that shit later.
But the thing I hate the most about DBZ and its fans is that Goku ain't in the. I see your face. Where we are in anime now, Goku ain't strong. I'm sorry. Jin Mori would rock the world with Goku. Second, the next motherfucker who has not read One Punch Man and tells me Goku can run the fade with Saitama, this man, this month. Wait, one second. Let me look up his name because I need to put some respect on his name.
Oh no!
One Punch.
Oh, he activated the trap card. Jesus,
Offer.
no, not saying.
What's his name? What's his guy's name?
I'm just saying.
Yusuke Murder. Let me tell you what this mad lad did because it was some tight ass shit. Spoiler alert for One Punch Man. Y'all get over it. Spoiler alert, he beats him in one punch. This man wrote a whole chapter basically saying in the discussion Saitama would win, then retconned his own shit so he could just finish the story normally. This man had a chapter where, first of all, Saitama, spoiler alert, Saitama can apparently fucking breathe in space. Goku can, so suck a dick. Second, beat a god with one, like, so people are like, well, Goku can like blow up a planet. This man table flipped the planet and blew it the fuck up. And then they put the words in there. The reason Saitama can't be beat is because, like Goku, his potential will keep rising as he keeps fighting. The difference is his will just go off the charts way before you can catch up. It's not a battle. Saitama wins. His entire existence is made to be a joke. Stop riding Goku's dick. Saitama would win. Then they took this motherfucker back in time so that shit never happened so they could be like, now he can fight normal people again. Because this man, Yosuke Murata, was tired of hearing everyone's shit. Goku would lose against Saitama. Goku would rock the plane with Luffy. Luffy would lose.
Different levels.
Naruto would hold his own for a very short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Ichigo would be dead on sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got because Ichigo. Don't get me wrong, Ichigo's powerful, but like he's still. When you look at the Bleach characters versus the Dragon Ball Z characters, they still don't hold a candle to how strong the Z characters actually are. Because even honestly and truly, yeah, Krillin is weak, but like if you put Krillin against like anybody in some of the other universes, he would hold his own to like win.
The only two people I think the only person physically that I think could take on a DBZ person in Naruto is my guy, and the only person that I think could actually take one of them down is probably Naruto. Sorry, Naruto fans, they ain't that strong.
No, they're not. They're wizards. Basically.
I promise you, Goku could tank a Rasengan. That's just a
Haku to the face.
You would just he'll lean down and be like, put it right here.
Yeah, the man.
I'll let you get the first hit. Go ahead. You know,
now, at least in One Piece, if given the right circumstances, there are certain characters I don't think Goku could touch just because of how that world works.
Yeah,
there are definitely some Logia types that Enel would probably take down Goku. Goku can get hurt by lava and lightning. That's just they are that element. Yeah. At that point, yeah, it's not a fight. Where it gets, I don't know these characters, so I don't know. I have no way for that one. When you want to get down to it, there are characters that would just beat Goku. Jin Mori from God of High School would beat him. It's just the fact: A, he's a whole god. B, fight in the sun. If you fight
what's funny?
The sun, you beat Goku.
You know what's funny? He is Goku though, because he's Son Goku.
I do love that. He's even got isn't Son Goku based off of
the Sayuki Tales? Yes, the Sayuki Tales. So
he's the Monkey King, the god amongst gods who beats the gods.
You're playing Monkey King against Monkey King, so I get that one, and like
I think that's a tie. I was about to say, I don't know if he could beat him. I think it'd be a happy tie.
Jin Mori fought in a sun.
Yeah, he did.
Goku has beaten gods
who still get burned by the damn sun. I've seen Goku put on sunscreen. That's all I'm saying.
It's crazy.
Hey,
man. I can't beat you with that one. Hell,
so that's my biggest issue with DBZ. It's the fact that people write I hate that fight because A, animes are all different, and B,
they are.
You can always make the argument. if you give enough of if you transfer enough all for ones, at some point they're gonna get strong enough to beat Goku.
So that's my basis, my crux of an argument for One Punch Man is that the universes are different. One Punch Saitama was written in his universe where his power basically he's almost like Superman. The same Goku Superman debate. Superman is a man without limits. Goku is the man that defies all limits. So in Saitama's universe, there's no reason Goku could beat him. And then if you go out the writing, he's written in a way that basically, he's written like Doomsday, basically. Like, that kills him. All right, let me just fuck that. No.
And see, that's what a lot of anime fans need to understand. So it's not that, because like, even if you look at it introspectively about Goku and his world of Dragon Ball Z, Goku really hasn't defeated / killed a lot of people, but he's still considered one of the strongest people. So it's how you write it is what's really important, because like, just like the whole fucking honestly, truly, Goku fans to me aren't even the worst anymore. You know who the worst are? Batman fucking fans. Because Batman can do anything with fucking prep. Anything. 2-week prep. Batman can apparently beat Goku with 2-week prep. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
First of all,
Batman can't even beat Spider-Man with prep. No,
it's not an impossible task. Because again, Goku's a man. He's right. And again, dumb as shit.
I'm tired of the Batman 2-week prep shit. Like, stop.
It's tired. Done.
Here's the thing: if Kryptonite didn't exist, there's no scenario in which Batman beats people.
He would get his ass whooped. We all saw that in Batman vs Superman.
The only reason he does is because everybody got Kryptonite in this universe, and Batman just happens to have. I got some yellow Kryptonite. I got some green Kryptonite. I got some.
Batman's like,
I watched Superman take a fucking sun bath. This man got thrown into the sun, took a bath, came back, and was like, "I'm not so strong. I'm literally ripping 2 dimensions apart."
Right.
Batman
back as God.
The only Batman that can do shit is the Batman that laughs. And honestly, fuck him. He's fucking terrifying.
He is a broke character now at this point.
He is.
Like how they beat him is so fucking insanely ridiculous.
So I want to tell you, Dragon Ball fans, like from me to y'all, like y'all aren't the worst, because the Batman fans are. Batman fans are. I swear to God, if one more Batman fan is like, he can beat anybody with just some prep time. Like, he can beat Iron Man. I'm like, okay, put him against Apocalypse if he can beat anybody. Just give him the prep time. Just tell him Apocalypse is coming.
You gotta give Batman his flowers, because Darkseid had been saying, can't nobody dodge my Omega Beams for 10,000 years. And Batman was like, backflip.
Commits laser dodge, backflip.
Superman couldn't even dodge Omega Beams. Batman was like, backflip. Simple.
Yeah, we'll say for Batman. See, like everyone rides Batman's dick, but even Batman don't ride his own dick. There are definitely times where Batman like, have you met Supes?
Yeah, that guy over there.
He's pulled that card.
That was Justice League. Batman was like, I can't do shit, but have you met my boy?
Let's resurrect him.
Have you met the other people in the Justice League that can do this shit?
Oh, you're a demon? That's cool.
Here's like, I can't beat him, but Flash, you just want to take a quick loop real quick?
Right.
They're climbing a tiny rope.
Oh, my favorite thing, the animated movies where Batman and Green Lantern going against Superman, and Batman's like, you can't fight him, and Green Lantern's like, watch this, and Bat's like, no, you're gonna
no,
lose.
Bro. Even when Batman he had his own lantern ring, he was like, I can do anything. I'm still not as strong as motherfucker in here.
Right.
But yeah, man. DBZ, it's fine. Like the arcs are fine. The first, like I honestly got nothing wrong with DBZ. It was literally what gave me all the shonen I love. DBZ, is it as good as some of the anime now? No, and I will only say that because with progress, things will always
evolve. Yeah.
The only reason that I constantly say One Piece is good is because One Piece is still fucking going. It's damn near impossible to watch the first couple episodes of One Piece.
I tried. We only made it to like 30.
Yeah.
I always tell people, get to the walk to Arlong Park, and then it takes off. You're good.
But I stopped at Arlong back in like early 2000s when it was coming on, and I was like, I don't want to watch it.
If you get to that walk, you're set.
Comparing that moment to the last big moment in One Piece, it's damn near impossible. That 20-year gap has just been
like getting into
the movies alone. Jesus.
That and then getting into One Piece is a lot like you trying to, in the video industry, get into Eve right now. Like Eve is just so far along. Like unless you just know what it was from the beginning, you're literally you have to research just to get into it.
It's intimidating.
So, absolutely.
It's a serious commitment to get into One Piece.
Absolutely.
It is also one of the most rewarding.
But again,
you can't watch anything else. You gotta dedicate your schedule to One Piece.
And I mean, shout out to our friend Yuki Christie, who's a cosplayer, who's just like, yeah, I watched it twice, and I was like,
my boy,
you
are Shug was like, yeah, bro, I
fan.
watched this shit twice at this point.
Yeah, I was like, yo, a diehard fan. I can't
rewatch arcs. I can't watch that shit from beginning to end. I'll rewatch an arc a few times.
Yeah,
bro, I've seen a few of the arcs a few times.
Yeah.
Try rewatching that shit. And Buddy with the very first villain with the cat hands, I was like,
man, that was dope, but it's long as shit. Long. Like, they spend the first 50 episodes just handling this motherfucker. And I'm like, okay, y'all, like, get to it. Like,
I can't understand how people complain about Namek exploding because this motherfucker right here, if
he
sway to the left and the right one more time,
because as much as I love One Piece, the biggest thing I hate about One Piece, 90% of that show is panning.
There's a lot of panning.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, I have no
issue. It's very early on panning.
And I mean, on the other hand.
And see, that's the cool thing about DBS. I will say that, and congratulations to y'all, to where Akira Toriyama actually learned from Z and toned it down a little bit. There's still some filler, but he totally toned it down.
He toned it down and made it garbage.
Well, you know.
Honestly, the only arc of DBS I like is the Tournament of Power. The first Tournament of Power was I hate the Black arc so much.
I think that first Tournament of Power was really just to introduce Hit as a villain and be like, he's cool, he's neat.
We're gonna use him later. Here he is, you know.
Right here.
Yeah.
And other than that, it didn't really happen.
I mean, nobody else in that was just hot garbage.
Well, and I think, and again, going back to what I said earlier, someone introduced Akira Toriyama to like, hey, what if multiverse? And Akira Toriyama was just like, that's a good idea.
So I do agree
keep doing that
the Black arc was dumb as shit. Although it gave us a villain with said drip that made me respect it.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Here's Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. They always got that drip though. Like honestly,
they do. That's one thing that'll never change.
It's all ego.
GT was trash, but baby made it worth it. Baby Vegeta made it worth it.
I'm dragons, the minority. I thought GT wasn't too terrible. Like, I think Super 17 is cool as shit.
Watch it now; it doesn't hold up.
As a story, it's terrible.
Electric Hellsphere is a cool attack. We'll never know.
I will say, what's the other one?
Also, DBS fillers are just hot garbage.
Yeah, real bad.
They are.
Look,
and that's why I'm proud that they made the movies that'll be like, all right, let's scale all this crap and get you down to the minutia of it. You know why you watch that. But you know what though?
And the reason why I still congratulate y'all on like toning it down a little bit, because listen, I watched Bleach, and Bleach, y'all know Bleach has whole seasons of fillers where it's like, we could have skipped this. What the fuck are they doing to Hueco Mundo right now? And it's just like,
let Bleach live its goddamn life. It wasn't that long.
Bruh, remember the remember the
years.
one where they give you a whole 2 seasons on that one weapon that nobody gave a fuck about, and then they're like, all right, now let's go back to Hueco Mundo. I'm like, fuck y'all. We didn't need that. Yeah, no one wanted that.
I want to defend it, but I can't.
I'm with you because I loved Bleach, but that shit made me fucking angry because I'm like, okay, and then Aizen was
the weakest written anime season I've ever watched.
Fucking stupid. Nobody needed the Bunt arc. No one. What? And then they're like, okay, it's gonna be over after Aizen, and then they take his powers away. But then some motherfucker shows who wants revenge that we don't know yet. It's just like, hey, Ichigo, yeah, you got all your powers back. I'm like, what? Okay, all right. And then we spend another season of that before we get to the end. And I'm like,
hey, man. Naruto was just as guilty too. There was plenty of arcs about people that I didn't care about.
Though.
That's true.
And because no one ever watched Naruto fillers, they don't realize this. Naruto fillers actually expanded that world.
They did. Solid. Because they really highlighted characters and gave us background information that we did not know before.
Yeah. Rock Lee has some amazing filler episodes that just no one watched.
But here's the problem. Nobody gives a shit.
Listen.
The problem. They did that filler arc. They were like, by the way, here's Madara. Here's him running the field with everyone. Not an army. Everyone. Not like 1,000 people. Everyone.
All the people from the village. Sure.
Oh, and by the way, he's not even going to use Jutsu for most of that fight. It's all him. All hands.
We're giving out
and by the way, those hands aren't even alive. This motherfucker's still dead. He has a giant weapon on his back.
That was even worse.
He sets it in the ground and goes, let's go.
That motherfucker said, "Okay, cool. Y'all want to fight me? Cool." And he just went down, and just threw hands. Remember the one where they were throwing Jitsu at him, and he counted the Jitsu, and then just disappeared? Yeah, he did the odd thing.
Kunai with paper bombs, slapping the paper bombs on people. And
I love that meme. It's like, would you rather be in the Survey Corps or be one of the random ninja fighting against Madara?
Survey Corps.
I'll take him eating at any point. Deal with him.
If I was one of those ninja, the moment I saw the fireball fingers, I would have been like, I'm out. No.
Nah. As soon as we showed up and Madara was standing up there on the cliff, I'd have been like...
Honestly, the moment you're looking around and there's thousands of your colleagues that you thought were hot shit, and it's just you're running, and the person you're running against is one man,
the motherfucker stood on
and he's running to you, not away.
Like, if you don't get that cocky, you don't run out of the whole army that cocky and not be able to back it up.
No, everyone's looking. Right, everybody's looking. And they're just like, "Hey, it's just him. Where's
everybody else? Oh no,
where's the army? This one guy.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I need.
On God. And he didn't have to use his eyes for most of it.
He's gonna be talking about Jitsu. We're blocking. This man's like, no. This is Sun Jitsu. I'm gonna blow a whole ass sun at you. Eskimo himself would have issues with this.
Listen,
the world was shocked when he brought down a meteor. They was like, "What is that?" It's like, "Oh yeah, but that's light work. That's a meteor."
Why they got past that is because that's when Naruto uses plot armor. That's it. It's like, I'm the main character of the show. My name, you have to let me through. Okay, fine.
Naruto low-key kind of did it because while he was handling stuff and he was still on Turtle Island or whatever, I was like, all right, okay, they finally doing my boy right. And when he showed up, I was like, okay,
that's another thing too, because like Dragon Ball does this, Naruto, hell, all shonens. Why is it that like, all right, the main conflict is happening, but let's pull the main character away for a second and go train their ass and then bring them back? Like, I hate that shit. Well, they did that to Ichigo all the time, Naruto especially, and then like Goku. Well, okay, so Goku is always just on some
Goku just always not at the fight. He just gotta get to the fight. Y'all gonna wait. My boy Goku gonna show up in about like an hour. Give us 2 hours.
Goku is mean to anything.
Piccolo's basically that, man. Like, y'all just wait till soups come.
Y'all wait till my boy Superman come. You're gonna be sorry then. Taking blast, getting his arm cut off and shit. You know, yeah.
Like, I know you don't know him, but he's got a part in the Blue Marvel. You might not have heard of him, but he can also run the page.
My guy's gonna run it. I'm telling you. He on his way.
The pizzas are coming. They're gonna be delicious.
That's like Sinister waiting on Apocalypse to come. He kept telling the X-Men, yo, Apocalypse is coming. I'm telling you, gonna fuck up everything. The X-Men's like, whatever, Sinister, shut up. Then as soon as Apocalypse comes.
As soon as Apocalypse showed up, everybody was like, we didn't think he was gonna come. We didn't know it was gonna be that bad.
We didn't know he was real. Shit.
Concentration camps. Decimation. Shit.
That's one of the things I like about the Broly movie, just the fact that Piccolo just became I'm not even gonna fucking try.
Yeah, he knew he was
like, you see how I'm way over here and he's way over there?
No.
I'm sorry. I didn't appreciate the first 20 minutes where he was like, I'm stealthy Piccolo. Let me sneak around this bitch like Metal Gear Solid 2.
I don't care what y'all say about the new movie. The greatest bitch up ever was in the old movie where Vegeta's like, no, Goku, we can't take him. No. Bro, it is hard. Shows up.
And you can't find too many points. But at one point, Vegeta was like, yeah, I need you to handle him.
I'm a whole bitch right now. I can't do this.
Okay, see, but
and Vegeta will kill himself before he did that again.
As much as I love Vegeta, he did the same shit against Beerus. He was like, I had trouble with Boo. Ain't fucking with this motherfucker.
But all it took was Beerus to slap his wife. He was like, you touched my wife?
Well, see,
right.
That makes sense though for the
but
show.
Also, look at Vegeta. Like as much as he gets his ass kicked, like Tien, who
else can do it? Nobody.
Vegeta went toe to toe with Kid Buu by himself as a normal fucking Saiyan for a hot second.
In fact, and I want to give Vegeta his flowers because Vegeta could have beaten Cell in Perfect Cell, but he was like, nah. He did the Goku thing. He's like, I want you at your best. Because remember, Vegeta was fighting Cell, and he's like, you know what?
You can't spend too much time with fucking Goku.
Yeah, that's it. Because Vegeta ran the numbers on him, and he was just like, you know what?
He took his own son.
That android over there? Yeah, go get him. I'll let you go get him.
And it took his own son to knock his ass out of the air to be like, I love my child. Okay.
It's okay, son. Like
Vegeta has those moments a lot where like he realizes he loves his family and he's like, so that's how Goku does it. Because like Majin Vegeta blowing up when he went toe to toe against Toppo, which I thought they were finally going to give my boy the win against.
He hates
and
Vegeta.
then that's my issue with Super. How
many times do we have to do the same shit before you actually give some respect to Vegeta, who has the best character development and story arc for the show? He should be the protagonist.
I 100% agree.
Got humble, had his redemption arc. Fucking rise again. Just give him a main villain to kill.
Two of the strongest characters on the field.
But Vegeta's got more kills than anybody.
He does. Took out a whole planet.
He took out the entire Genki Force. They were main for a minute.
They ain't shit.
Bird
Power had you had
he got beat by Cell Jr.
He did.
I know it's probably cool seeing Frieza and Goku fight together. I don't know why. He's Space Hitler, and I don't get why people like him. Like it's just
because he just says monkey in a way that just
it
tickles my fancy.
Go right with me.
No.
Like
it don't sit right with my soul either. But
who else is gonna do it better?
You have fucking Vegeta and Goku, who the whole point of Super, the entire plot of the reason Super exists is to show that when these two fight together, they're unfucking beatable, vis-a-vis against Broly. And they had that perfect opportunity against Jiren. And even Wiz is like, if they just fight together, they're untouchable. And they're like,
pride is the devil.
Or check it, Space Hitler.
Pride is the devil. I think it's got a hold on me. A wise man once said.
Also, can we have a moment of silence for Frieza's brother, who still didn't get no respect throughout the whole
Look, bro,
series?
I was talking about this shit yesterday. Why can't Cooler come back?
Got cut the fuck up by like Trunks, just for no reason.
Oh no, that was dad.
Like, that was his dad.
Cooler had 2 whole movies where Cooler ran them niggas into the ground.
Everyone did.
Still, no respect.
Did.
Janimba.
If I had to choose a bad guy to take into the strongest universe fight,
I would say Janimba.
Janimba's not my top of my list.
Fuck that.
I would have been first. Fuck Tien. Fuck Krillin.
Sure.
Janimba and Majin Buu should have been on that field. It would have been game over. Roshi.
Okay.
No. Roshi did what he was supposed to. Roshi did exactly what he was supposed to. And he gave that very.
Did they do Roshi and Jiren in the anime? I know it's in the manga.
No, Roshi and Krillin and Gohan are all in the manga for like 2 seconds before they get
Yeah. But Roshi was necessary because he gave that speech, except in the dub, it was real Hulk Hogan-esque. He was like, guys, do your part, study, do your homework, and wash your hands and shit. And then he jumped off, and I was like, all right, we ain't need all that. But this
man knew he was alive.
Well, and so what's funny with that part, I felt like that was an homage to the old tournament, because remember where he steps off to let not Goku win, but somebody else win. I think it was Tien. Where he was like fighting Tien. He's like, "Oh, you win," and he steps off.
That's Jackie Chun, strongest man in the world at that point. That
was I'm like, how did you not know that was like Krillin and Goku was like, man, that Jackie Chun was so strong. And I'm like, to this day they don't know that's Roshi.
Goku is dumb, and Krillin wasn't trying to do nothing but get bitches.
Me didn't watch the old Dragon Ball in order. I only had to like watch it when it came on. Right. Definitely thought they were 2 different people. 100%.
It was so
because
funny.
Roshi's in the audience, and I'm just like, Roshi's obviously right the fuck there. This is his brother. Duh.
It was so.
I was like 7.
How they do that was just so funny, because Goku and Krillin really just did like, yeah, Jackie Chun was
like, oh man, have you heard about this Jackie Chun? And Master Roshi was like, no,
I don't. And it's just Master Roshi with the wig. He's like,
it's the whole Clark Kent Superman thing. Yeah. It's like, oh man, you heard about that Superman? No, just glasses to make sure that they're on straight.
No, the worst was the movie. The worst offender of that was the movie, because they literally are 4 feet away from this motherfucker in rubble. Lawrence Fishburne and the other chick just sitting there looking dead at his face, and then he fucking comes in and it's like, who is that? Oh, it's Clark Kent.
It's Clark Kent.
Have I seen you somewhere before?
Where the fuck is Clark? Give me a fly to a building.
Yeah,
Like we're
is
a
the
news
plot.
agency. Where the fuck is
Slow-mo
Clark?
where he's like got rubble just around his eyes.
Yeah.
But the plot of Superman and Lois, there's like the CW show, which is the best of the superhero CW shows.
Yeah,
But
Yes,
also the fact that
comparatively.
like a lot of weird shit starts happening in Smallville. Superman's there a lot. You know who else just suddenly moved there? Clark.
Clark Kent.
Do you know whose family changes his clothes? Clark.
Clark
You know
Kent.
whose family's at the center of everything, but he's always off on assignment when his family's in danger? Clark.
Yeah, no, nothing suspicious there. No. And
Doomsday was also just a high school kid too. Point that out. Went to school, had class.
Let me say this about WB and their treatment of Doomsday. It is bullshit because that latest treatment in the movies where Flash just runs real quick and reboots Superman. By the way, I know we've talked about it plenty of times. But I just so Doomsday not being the creation of scientists in another galaxy. No, he's basically Lex Luthor was like, hey, I'm gonna take that dead carcass over there, put some Superman tails in them, and boom, Doomsday. Ha, fight that.
I did it.
So was it? I know
Yes.
because I know this has nothing to do with Dragon Ball Z, but I've read the Death of Superman comic. I thought Cadmus did make him.
No, so
No.
they
I
made
know currently
Superboy.
he's Kryptonian.
They made Superboy.
No, they
Doomsday
made-
was supposed to be the amalgamation of evolution and ancient Kryptonian science.
So like these scientists, like I forgot what planet it's on, but basically they were just making this
Kryptonian.
monster. Yeah, so they were just making this monster that was supposed to just be like the end all be all, and he kept like dying and coming back, coming back.
Yeah,
And so the whole point of like fucking what's his
kept
name,
adapting
Doomsday,
to whatever that was.
yeah,
trying
like
to kill him.
whatever they were trying to kill him. So the whole point of Doomsday was just to be like death itself to come for Superman, because that was supposed to be the whole point of the death of Superman, that not even death can stop the great Superman, because, you know, when everybody finds out he was dead, he comes back, he's like, oh no, we just, apparently in Kryptonia, we have a Kryptonian sleep. Well, we're kind of dead, but not really, which was
Right.
also very dumb. But it was a lot better than what they did to fucking Superman in the movies, where it's just like, all right, we're going to jumpstart his heart, and we're going to put the Doom box here.
We're gonna put him.
Man.
We gotta take him into the pool where Doomsday was born. Get a mother box. Have Flash generate enough electricity to
Which is
jumpstart
the
his heart.
stupidest shit ever, by the way. And then he
So
comes,
the movie. The movie is the stupidest shit ever. The whole thing.
facts.
But-
Thank you,
Only
Kyle.
one
but-
part
Facts.
is not dumb as shit.
Don't.
The
get-
next 10 minutes of that movie, greatness.
We have a whole two-parter where
Oh, yeah.
King Lee just goes off on.
No, and I listen. You're amongst friends, because we talk about that shit all the time. Just like, Superman, you don't have to do this. Oh God. Oh.
He threw that man against that car. Batman was ready to give up superhero life and billionaire life. I don't give a fuck.
Where's my ice hot? Too old for
Oh
this
shit!
That's the only thing I'll give to that movie. Just the fact that like that was the most realistic version of an older Batman I've ever seen. Where he's just like,
He was so over this shit.
on the field.
He was a
That's that lethal
he was-
weapon. I'm getting too old for this
Man,
shit.
on a scale of 1 to 10, he was a 30 on that bitch. Just like, I'm too old for this shit. I can't. Wonder Woman, get my
That man
woman.
was a whole 25. He was like, look,
I mean, that's
Over
that
here.
Batman thing. I'm sorry. I like Batman. Like, I'm honestly a fan of Batman, but
facts.
in like terms of like, if he was a Marvel superhero, he'd be street level. He'd be with Luke Cage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be hanging out with Moon Knight and all them.
He
Yeah,
ain't out here
I say
fighting
not shit on
Thanos.
Luke. But you
But
know
like,
what?
how
Luke
do
and
they-
Daredevil really be controlling the shit out of Harlem and Hell's Kitchen, respectively.
don't come down them blocks, son.
Don't come down these
That's
blocks.
like,
Hold
want
it
it.
the
down.
reason why you can never make Batman a black man is because
Never.
only a white man, a rich white man, would think that he can stand with a whole ass god, a literal Themyscirian god, a man who is the embodiment of speed, and a man whose very will can be shaped from his fingertip, and a whole ass robot with the power of a god. Basically, you got 5 other people that are god level.
That are God, that are
And
Omega
that-
level, and then there's
And then Batman's like, Batman, what do you got? I got gadgets in these hands. We gonna
Like,
and a whole lot of daddy issues.
I got a trust fund.
Yeah,
The fact that
we're
this
going
man
to
stands
die.
up and is like, "Do you bleed, nigga? No, but you do."
And see, that's
You
that's
need to
why I
make
kind of
an
have
Iron
to
Man
respect
to
him,
just
because the
be
way they're
in
writing him, like even in Justice League, it was like, all right, how we gonna get here? Batman's like, I'm gonna fly. Y'all get in too. And they kind of just got in
I
behind him.
love that picture. I don't know, Cliff. I'm
Like
sure
Superman has on the seatbelt. Like, why?
Where the hell? If the plane crashes, what's gonna happen to Superman? If he gets thrown out the window, just don't stand there in the sky, like.
Or
Man,
there's even the more classic picture, the Superman, the Super Friends picture where they're saving the little kid that's on the waterfall and they're stretching out. And I was like, Superman and Wonder Woman need their ass beat for that. Batman's like, you guys got to do this. Come on.
Well, it's just a picture of like when Superman stops the train from hitting the person. I'm like, my guy, you can fly across the world in a second. Move the kid. You just caused so much damage.
Oh,
so much. Is a villain.
It's an insurance company right now that is about to go under because you fucked up this train.
Look, low-key, is Batman just the trust fund fan that just wants to hang with you? So you gotta let him hang because, he the money guy. We gotta let him hang with us.
Super Friends.
Cash money! You're right, cash!
There are people on other planets, no idea who the fuck Bruce Wayne, who the fuck Batman are. There are motherfuckers on other planets that hear the name Tony Stark and go, we gotta fuck with that dude.
Right now. We know him.
We ain't got to kill
his own suit.
Understands his own tech.
Batman's got a black man named Lucius Fox making his shit. Batman he's a good detective. He ain't a genius.
As soon as Batman sees something else, he's like, Lucius. Hey,
you
Batman's
basically
Batman's basically Elon Musk with Tesla under his wing.
There you go.
Whereas Iron Man is Tesla. Like, I'm gonna just build this suit that can take a Celestial real quick.
We Stark Industries lasted so long. It's still in not Batman, Spider-Man 2099, where it's like Stark Hishikawa Industries or whatever. And I'm like, damn, to this day, still
people barely trust Batman, but they trusted Tony to be the president at one point. Would you trust Batman to be a president?
So stupid.
Hell,
so stupid.
Like, I'm vengeance. Iron Man came on the screen like, I'm Tony.
Hi,
right here.
Tony. I'm also Iron Man. Yeah, me. It was
See
me.
that shit? I did that.
This man went, here is my physical address.
Come at me.
Holla at me.
Pull up if you want to. He told the government, it's like, yeah, y'all come take it if you want to. Try.
That was.
I love the fact that this man had the audacity to be surprised when someone was like, okay.
Yep.
It's like,
somebody gonna come into my house and do this. And
you wrote your address down, put it on the screen, and said, "Come at me." What
did you think was going to happen?
And not have a suit around your damn
house? Let me tell you something. People can hate on the MCU all they want to. If they're like, "Oh, they're becoming too big," whatever. I'ma just thank Disney for just never watering down the characters, because that's what, like, no matter what they do with the Marvel universe, they have never watered down who the characters are. That's evident right now with She-Hulk, but that was especially evident with like Tony Stark.
Discussion on that, I'm sure.
Yeah, we gotta have, bruh. Tony Stark in the MCU. I'm so proud of him because he is verbatim who he is in the comics. Just this alcoholic know-it-all. That's just
I love
asshole.
Drinking, I love bitches, and I like making suits that do.
Let's go.
Fun
My only beef I have with the MCU and what they did with Tony Stark is they made him the linchpin crux for like, oh, I'm the smartest man alive. And it's like, nah, that's up there. You got Banner, you got Reed, you got so many other people we could talk about. Reed, you got the dinosaur girl. Like, you have a lot of other people that are like
Squirrel
super
Girl.
smart. Yeah, Squirrel Girl. She's also smart. But yeah, kudos to Marvel because, man, they doing it with Tony Stark and like with She-Hulk now. Woo, doing it. All right. So we're closing out because this is.
We apologize to the Pretentious Nerds for getting sidetracked. We do it a lot. We
it happens.
It's like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
We do the same. But just on the closeout, let me ask y'all this. This is something I always want to ask Dragon Ball fans, because the character I'm seeming to kind of give y'all what you want from time to time. Now, our closeout question is gonna be this: as Dragon Ball fans, what do you want to see next? And then, how long do you think the projection of Dragon Ball has? Now, I'm going to start with Pretentious Nerds first, as y'all are guests, and I see Real, I'm going to come back to you. But what do you guys want to see?
How long do you think it's going to last, and what do you want to see?
Yeah.
I would love to tell you that I don't think it's going to go much longer, but I thought the same thing after Majin Buu, then after the Tournament of Power, then after Broly.
Okay, they can't do anything after this, and it's just like, oh no, we got bullshit. And it's like,
then I thought they were going to be done after Granola, but then with Black Frieza, it's
going to keep going.
It's going to keep going until this motherfucker runs out of ideas, which won't happen because when he runs out of ideas, he's just gonna copy something, and not like in a bad way.
He's just like I said, multiverse. You know, like hey, multiverse.
Yeah, there were still universes that weren't involved in the Tournament of Power that we haven't even seen yet. So I think he can feasibly make this shit go as long as he wants. Yeah. What I want to see is Vegeta to take a fucking win, not he helped. No, I want him to take the win.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. I don't really want. I don't expect much from DBS anymore. I just don't. I would love to see Gohan to canonically get his shit together. But also, like,
for a
if
change,
the boy doesn't want to fight, why are we trying to make the poor motherfucker fight?
Because we need him.
Well, that and we can't forgive him for saying, man. That's all I'm saying.
I wanted it. You got a movie that's literally superhero, and you're not going to bring in his superhero form.
Justice.
I see how it is.
To catch a win. I want to see them actually utilize Trunks and Goten. I want them to give Trunks his goddamn props back because Trunks was a badass, and then they pulled a little sugar on my motherfucker.
Yeah, but I say he don't look like Trunks like he used to look.
I want them to have a villain that's not named after a food.
That's the whole show.
Moro.
It is. You
got
Moro. The whole show.
Oh shit, Moro wasn't named after a food. Moro was also a fucking cop-out and stupid-ass villain. He's my least favorite villain.
Isn't there a Japanese dish?
Probably.
Yeah,
there's probably some Japanese.
Somewhere.
I also want to see... I want to see people... I don't want to see any more people in our universe that are the same level as Goku and Vegeta. They're not. Like, just stop doing that. They have to cap it at some point. Like, I know, like, there's a whole anime thing that there's always something strong with. They got to cap it.
Sure.
There has to be people on their like the Angels are up to some shit. I want them to stop having these.
I've been side eyeing the Grand Prix since episode 1 while I seen him.
Oh, he's up to some shit.
Oh, I don't trust them at all.
I have a theory.
He's got a big Hisoka energy.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that shit.
I'm also 90% sure that him and Frieza boinked. I can.
I see that.
I read a fan theory about it. Like, this shit makes.
I can see that.
Because Frieza suddenly got super strong.
I think I like that coalition. I don't like the bunking, but I know what you're talking about. Because it's a lot of points where it's like, this doesn't make sense.
I feel like there should be more, because DBZ at the moment is just, it's literally, they somehow made a bad guy of the week be just one bad guy every week.
Yeah.
And I hate that. Like, I want every shonen has an overarching story. Naruto's was the whole Madara thing. Bleach was the whole Aizen thing. One Piece is literally everything.
One Piece.
My Hero, like, Shigaraki's like.
Wait, hold on, Train. I'm gonna pause this real quick.
Damn.
But yeah, I want there to be an overarching storyline of Dragon Ball because they've never had one like that. It's always just been villain of the week. But I feel like with the Angels, if they do not take advantage of the fact that they have some sketchy ass motherfuckers, we're losing something there. And the problem is, and no shade to Toriyama, but hello shade to Toriyama. I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can write that well.
Well, and I was gonna ask you guys, and I'll pose that a little bit later, but we'll ask you now. Do you think the Angels are kind of becoming the Beyonders, to where like they're gonna come reset the whole Z universe, kind of like how the Beyonders do in Marvel every single fucking like
I don't think so. I have a theory on what they're gonna do.
They would have already done that,
right? Because we would already have hit a point where so many universes are in jeopardy. Not only the Tournament of Power, but
right. I was about to say Tournament of Power would have been perfect.
Reset it already.
Yeah.
No, I have a theory that we're gonna do because you introduce Angels. Naturally, you're gonna think the adverse of that, demons.
Right.
We're gonna get some kind of like Angel versus Demons type war type thing.
Except
and it's gonna be another tournament.
We already got Deborah.
Briefly.
Like, Deborah got his ass whooped by Gohan.
Yeah, and Raditz ain't shit either.
Deborah got his ass whooped by Boo. Turned his ass moving the chocolate.
See, the problem is we've already seen Demons and Devils, and they ain't shit.
Oh, yeah, but look at Saiyans. Goku and Vegeta are the shit, but then you got Raditz, and you got fucking the guy flying the fucking plane in the Broly.
And he had big dick energy, and he did not have the energy to back it up.
You know what's funny? I'm surprised that no one yet has gotten the Dragon Balls and said, "I wish for saying the same planet to come back." I'm really surprised that Vegeta's never done that.
Goku in the last chapter of the manga. He just got his dad's scouter. So, for one,
go there.
A part of me was like, did this motherfucker know he had a dad? But
I mean, but he did. They did tell him
he does. He's getting mentioned, but I don't think Goku's ever cared.
He gets mentioned, and either Vegeta tells him or somebody tells him that, like, yo, your father, because that's just like
Vegeta was gone.
It may have been Frieza, or it's just like his mother is supposed to be brought up in the mix too, which we still don't
wish to bring back Planet. Well, I thought I think I vaguely remember them talking about that at some point.
Vegeta was supposed to bring back.
Yeah,
Vegeta. I don't think Goku wanted to, because I think the whole argument was it would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because they're too damn violent.
Right.
So I feel I could be also just making this up to make
from Goku.
From just me trying to make it make sense. But I could have sworn there was a discussion about the fact that first off, Beerus kind of okayed that planet to go. And B, they don't bring them back because they're too damn violent.
See, that is what I'm kind of excited to see to go back to the question, because it's been apparent that Beerus told Frieza kill the Saiyans. He also clearly knows something about Broly that nobody else knows. Whether that be he's too strong for even me, and I'm a god, or he's some untapped force that either was created by accident or Saiyan legend or whatever that somebody's gonna have to deal with. I don't know where it's gonna go, and I kind of agree with my boy. It's probably not gonna end. He's gonna write himself into that Marvel corner where it's like, all right,
you gotta
a lot of people are dead.
What are you
gonna do? We're gonna have to redo this some kind of way. But with Goku, you don't think you really have to, because he's just that nigga that keep doing when he can't do no more. He's just gonna keep writing Goku to a point where he's just gonna be Superman, basically. Where Superman had a power every week that would combat whatever new threat it was. It'll be that for Goku,
right? And then Serial. Okay, so getting to because now I want to hear your side of it. With that, do you think he's ever going to? Because at one point in the series, I think in Dragon Ball Z, Goku's like, "Nah, I'm just stay dead." Goku made one of the
he has told him plenty of times, like, "Don't wish me back.
Don't wish me back," because people keep coming after me because they sense how strong I am, and they always want to face me, and it puts the Earth in jeopardy. Don't wish me back. Do you think that's how he's gonna? And then give me your interpretation of what, because the same question.
I think that would have been fine 20 years ago when we didn't have all the stuff that we have now. Same thing happened in GT where he was gone, don't wish me back, and he appeared when Pan was old and she thought she saw him or whatever, and he was gone. So I don't know. It's kind of like Legend of Zelda. Oh damn.
No.
I thought it was camera fair.
Position for a second.
I would like to say that it'll end someday, but I don't think it will. Do I want it to end? Obviously not right now, but it'll get to a point where I'll be like, all right, I'm sick of this shit. As much as a fan of I am. So,
well, and I think just to both of you guys' point, like I love you guys for being realistic, like Dragon Ball Z fans, because as much as y'all love it, there's also like parts where you're just like, okay, like it is what it is, and like. Yeah, we love this part of it, but this is what could improve.
There's problems. I think being a fan, you have to be able to realize problems in anything.
And like any anime / manga, you're always going to get to a point to where you're just like, okay, we're out of ideas. What do? We want to keep this going because it makes money and there's a fandom there. But how do we like stop that? Or what can we do to just like, okay, maybe we need to refresh it. Because I mean, even me as a writer, what some of my shit sometimes is like, all right, well, can I keep this going, or should this be something that stops? And I think everybody asks themselves that. So.
Right.
Well, I'm a big fan of certain things need to stop. Like things go too long. If it makes money, they just keep making shit, regardless of how it affects the story. And some stories are better off having a conclusion, and a lot of them just want to keep going.
And this is why I like the Japanese animation market, and I like what the Japanese does with that. Like, whereas in America, when we can keep something going, we're gonna keep it going. I mean, Smallville and Supernatural is a great example of that. This is 20 years of Oh, hold on. Bring it
I won. They left.
We got what, like 3 of y'all leaving to one of us?
right. You know what I'm saying?
Count the tally, baby.
He's a moderator. He's impartial.
Yeah, I am impartial.
My camera conked out on us. I don't know why.
Okay.
Well.
Can you see us?
No, all I see is orange.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which is the color of Goku, which means I win.
Oh, I figured it out. I'm dumb.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
There you go.
But
it's okay.
Yeah,
We're about to wrap up.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. But what I was saying was, and just to make my last point, is that that's why I respect the Japanese in terms of Japanese animation and things. Like, they know when to end it. Like, in America, we always try to, like, if it can make money, we're going to keep it going. But Japanese animation, a lot of times, is like, no, this is the story. Like, one of my favorite, of course, anime of all time, Cowboy Bebop.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Shinshinero Watanabe did the same thing. He was like, no, I'm tired of this back and forth. It needs to end. After these like episodes, it's gonna end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, man. I get it. I'm with you guys. Like, I think, and both answers were very great to that question. I think it is gonna keep going, and yeah, I would like to see more exploration of characters aside from Goku. Like, I like Goku. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? He's always gonna be the GOAT. We fucks with Goku, but like, show me the rest of these people. Show me Gohan.
You don't want to arc about Yamcha or Chaozu.
No, not them. But show me these new characters. Show me more about Trunks. Show me more about some of these other people. You know what I'm saying? Show me more about that.
So that's the thing. I don't think, like I said at the beginning, we don't think Dragon Ball is bad. We think it's hella overrated, and the fan base needs to stop riding Goku's dick. Other than that, it's just not. In comparison to what we have now, Dragon Ball is an iconic, important, legendary anime.
Absolutely.
Compared to what we have now, it doesn't even break my top 20 anime.
Not even close.
I don't even think it breaks my top 50.
Well, and that's
there are particular arcs that do, and villains and characters that do, but as a whole, if someone was like, name your top 50 anime, DBS would not make it at all.
DBS no. I will agree with you on that. DBS is not.
And here's my theory on that. And Kyle, forgive me for kind of excluding you on this, but I think as black men of the black culture, that was a gateway drug for a lot of people to get into anime. It wasn't mine. Like, mine was
we were fans, brother.
Right, like Ninja Scroll and like Wicked City and Vampire Hunter D. Yes.
I'm glad somebody else said this shit.
No, I feel like Dragon Ball that for me too. So like,
right, like I mean, like think about it. Like for me, like for y'all, it's easy. Y'all had an easier time because Toonami introduced y'all to anime. But for me, like that shit was like important drugs. Like we had to go to Atlanta and the underground, and like some dude had VHS tapes. They're just like, yo,
what are you boying?
Right. He's like,
I wasn't born when DB came out, and I wasn't 4 when Dragon Ball Z came out.
And see, so y'all don't know the struggles because back then the only channels that would show it was like the Chicago channel and then like a weird channel in Atlanta, and that's just because Atlanta was the Delta hub of everything, and that was the only place you could catch anime. But then it wasn't until Sci-Fi put up like Ninja Scroll, Wicked City, and like Vampire Hunter D, and they had to show it at 12 midnight and put this long fucking like, hey,
you had to
violent. Yeah, this is not for kids. Please don't watch this if you're under blah blah blah.
Well, obviously you watched it.
Naturally. Of course, because I was just like, yes, anime. And then my cousins were into it, so I was able to watch it over their house. And so yeah, man, it's a different time. So I think, you know, going back to what you said, like how Dragon Ball doesn't even. It's not because it's as much as we love it, it's the gateway drug to get into better anime. Like, that's why I tell people who are only Dragon Ball fans, like, that's nice, but if you like that, get into this. Start watching Yu Yu Hakusho. Work your way up until I get you to, like, good shit like Odd Taxi or, like, you know, fucking, what's the other one? Like, Blue Sessions, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Dragon Ball did the service to bring anime into the mainstream. It did its job.
It did its job.
Man. It can retire.
It can. That Naruto and Bleach kind of, even though Bleach is making its way back on the Disney platform.
But Bleach is coming back just to finish. Naruto just needs to be done.
Yeah, and I think
Naruto actually does need to stop because that's not giving. But we can talk about it.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother episode. But I just want to say thank you so much to the Pretentious Nerds for coming on the show and doing this for us. This is great. This is probably gonna be our main show because this is hilarious. It was so good.
You might have talked about Dragon Ball Z for a little bit at least.
You're right.
We talked about it. We kind of got off track, but it's fine.
Yeah, but it was great.
Well, it's because honestly, Dragon Ball Z, for everything that its influences, Dragon Ball Z is probably heavily influenced by like the Superman, Batman.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I say everybody draws from something.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
There is no original content anymore. It's all
exactly.
No.
There's nothing
Nothing
original.
new.
That's the problem.
Thing I saw was Interstellar. I don't think I've seen anything original since.
everything ever all at once was
Right.
pretty-
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't completely by a lot, but it had a style that was quite unique.
No, it doesn't. I'll show you later.
Oh, you know what? This-
I'll show
That's
you later.
hilarious. But yeah, no, I just want to say thank you to you guys for coming on again. And then again, just before we close out, tell people where they can find you guys at, please.
One more time, so we can
One
put it
more
on the
time?
screen.
You can find me, Coco D, at Coco D Puff. I think that's my Twitter. Or the Pretentious Nerds at Pretentious We.
Kingly at Kingly PN. I'm very bad at using Twitter.
You can find our Facebook page, The Pretentious Nerds, where our opinion is fact. And our website is pretentiousnerds.squarespace. Just look up Pretentious Nerds and literally,
All
I
of our
love
shit's
this.
attached
Yeah,
to it.
the first page of Google is just us.
Sweet. Sweet.
We haven't produced anything in a while, but we coming back.
Yeah, we're working on it. Just shoot us some like messages and shit, and let us know what y'all want us to talk about.
And we're
We'll
always
get there at
welcome
some
to
point.
chat with you guys again.
And of course, yeah, I gotta have you guys back on because I'm having a big RPG debate soon because that's gonna be
That's going to
amazing.
be a Dickerson thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get my man Dixon on this because I got a lot to say about RPGs.
You know, I didn't start playing that stuff until you wouldn't let me buy any other game until I beat Ocarina of Time. This man
listen.
worked at GameStop. Would not let me buy another game until I bought, played, and beat Ocarina of Time.
And that was funny.
Good job, you did it.
I kind of gotta agree with that one. It's good.
I mean, he would literally bring up things. I just push the case out of the way. Nope. Here's Ocarina of Time. It's like,
And again, I was in college.
let me do that.
They just put Ocarina of Time in there.
I was in college. I should have played it by now, but I'd come in. Cliff would sell me the games I asked for a while, and then he found out because somebody, Dickerson, opened his big mouth, and I told him I didn't play Ocarina of Time because I don't particularly like Zelda games that much.
I made it my mission. Every time you came up there, here's Ocarina of Time. I know you're waiting on this. Here you go. And you were just like, I want to get this game. No.
It's our last copy. Somebody wanted it, but I kept it from them.
That's it, literally. And you've been better for it, so you're welcome. That's all I gotta say. You're welcome.
You two made me play the weirdest fucking game. I had to play Conception because of you, Dickerson.
You're welcome. You're welcome for that. You're welcome.
Oh, God.
Hey, man, I asked Chris. I was like, Chris, you need to play Killer 7. Chris was just like, what is this? What?
Killer
Ain't
7
bullshit. Good.
This is the downside to having a best friend that plays too many damn video games. You're just like, what the fuck are you
He
talking
ain't got nothing else. He ain't got nothing normal. I'm like, come on, bro. I like other things.
I mean, the treat, I'll tell Dickerson to watch an anime, and he'll be like, what the... Oh, fuck off.
Jesus Christ.
No, I don't want to play that. You know why? Because I have things like Fortnite and 2K now.
When they drop an anime version, I'll watch it.
Good stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. They will. Tell Zaraz they totally will. So
we will table that. Do the outro, man.
I know. So, thank you guys for being with us for so long and
Thanks
watching
for having us.
Of course. Also, you guys can catch us, the Nerd Plate, everywhere on Twitter, Nerd Plate, even on TikTok, the Nerd Plate. Check us out. Thank you to our Patreon for all the great support that you've given us. You can also buy us coffee. That's a thing, but nobody wants to do that, so that's fine. And yeah, special thanks to Anchor for also hosting us as well. So until next time, I'm Rockman3K3.
I'm Serial Go.
And we out.
Peace.